Welcome to Fire Breathing Kittens, an actual play podcast. Every episode microplot is a complete adventure with a beginning and an end that sort of fits into the overall macroplot of the whole season. Because they stand sturdily on their own, you can listen to these adventures in any order, and you can skip the ones you don't like. Today, we are playing using the combat mechanics from a game called SuperPunk. This is our first time playing, so we might make some mistakes. Bear with us. If you like these mechanics, you can find the game SuperPunk at www.drivethrough.com/product/380192/SuperPunk. We actually play a couple by this guy. He's a cool guy. Go check it out.
Or girl. We don't know.
You can build your own SuperPunk character and play a game with your friends. Speaking of which, we are joined by a couple of friends today. We have Lothario.
Well, good morning or good afternoon or whatever time it is when you happen to be listening to this episode. My name's Lothario Bushaki, and if you have heard me in the past, you know that my hair is usually auburn, but today I have dyed it, so instead of having a hat like I usually tend to wear because it's fashionable, I have dyed my hair so that it is violet that matches my violet eyes, but only all the way up into the tips. The tips are black because, I think that's going to be the color scheme perhaps for this entire episode. And so to match that hair decision, I'm wearing some denim pants, jeans if you will. I'm wearing some black boots, kind of like what an oil field person would wear on a rig, or maybe a motorcycle rider would wear when he's going down the road with little bitty chains on it. That's what I'm wearing. And then for my torso, I got a leather jacket, black of course, with teeny tiny zippers all over the place. It looks great.
All right, very good. And in the spirit of SuperPunk, could you tell us what your super and your punk are?
As a matter of fact, I can. So, my superpower is, I have heroic optimism. I see the best in every possible situation, and I have a will to pursue what is good and what is beautiful in this world. And my punk, which differentiates me from the crowd, is my that I am unrestricted by fashion norms, and I do happen to have difficulty maintaining consistent employment. So I mean that's about as punk as you can be, right?
Absolutely. And I think you had a superpower there.
Indeed. So for all y'all that don't know, I'm an aspiring musician, and so through practicing, I have found that with the power of music, I can fly, but it's not exactly what y'all think. I can only fly straight up, and when I stop playing, I stop flying, and I cannot control my descent down, so I gotta be real careful. I've broken several instruments so far, and it has been tragic.
All right, very good, thank you. And next we have Cal.
Cal is like 4 feet. I don't know if he's a bird person because I don't know if we're doing that anymore.
Yes, he's a bird person.
Oh, he's still a bird person?
Yeah.
Yay! So he's like a 4-foot bird person. He wears a gray pinstripe suit. He is the HR manager for the FBK to help try to change their image and to stop all the arson.
Alleged arson.
It's alleged now because of Kel. He wears glasses, and because one person keeps trying to say that they can see through his persona, he now has a mustache as well. But here's the thing, he's a bird. He can't grow mustaches. So it's actually a black furry worm that he can take on and off when he needs to.
And he resists the urge to eat the worm.
Oh, they're friends.
Okay. And I believe you were going to tell us about your super punk and power.
The super is honesty, integrity, and HRness.
Mm-hmm.
The punk he is judgmental to the max.
Mm-hmm.
And his power is he's impervious to getting hurt both physically and emotionally.
Very good. And
because
I think
you have to be impervious emotionally to be able to be an HR manager.
very true. And I think last we have Jill.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jill. My goal with Jill is that I'm going to be learning a character voice. So I've been watching a Sofia Vergara clip before every game just to like slowly over time learn how to talk like her. She's really funny. Not like her written lines when she improvs on shows and stuff. So maybe I'll get funnier too. I don't know. Constant goals is good. Whether or not you get better, I don't know if that's achievable or not, but goals are good. So anyway, so Jill's super is that she has an unbreakable drive. She tends to just do what she wants. She doesn't really let things like laws stop her. And that's also pretty punk, but specifically punk is rejecting society's roles. And her power is situational camouflage. She kind of blends in real good. And I've prepared a maid joke for you guys because she's kind of dressed in an appallingly unattractive maid outfit today. In the mafia, what do you call a butler?
What?
A what?
A
bottler?
butler?
A
I don't
butler.
know. What would you call a butler?
A made man.
Aww. All right, very good. The three of you are in the Fire-Breathing Kittens Guild Hall. It's a wooden room with tables and benches, a bar along one side, and a job flyer poster board on the other side. Why don't you guys describe what you're doing for us? Oh.
Well, to you, we're not doing anything yet.
Yet.
Cal is in his customary corner doing his latest HR lecture, finishing it up and sending everybody off. And then he says,
Lothario, Jill, it's time for your, whatchamacallit, where I follow you around. Pick an adventure, let's go.
What is Lothario doing?
So, I am surprised by Cal's very sudden insistence on him following us, which I'm fine with. I'm just surprised by it. What I'm doing is I'm leaning against, not the bar per se, but by the bar against a post, and I'm trying to exude tough vibes. And I'm practicing. I'm not very good at it, mind you. I got a silver piece in my hand, and I'm trying to flip it. All cool, like I flip it up and I try to catch it. But it's going all over the place. I've lost like 25 silver this morning already.
It's a hard skill.
Fails at being cool.
Whoa, I said I may fail at being tough or looking tough, but I am cool. Everybody thinks so. Look at all these people with money. I just gave them money. That's cool.
Can't tell the difference between what's for the audience and what's actually being said out loud.
Oh. Sorry, I would like to retract my outburst. Sorry, Cal.
No worries. Are you having a drink or anything?
No, not currently. It's that would only make catching that coin even worse, I would imagine. So I'm trying to focus.
Gotcha. All right, Jill, how about you?
The coin rolls and comes to a stop on the ground, and then this, you can't describe it as anything other than a vacuum machine comes up, and it's looming towards the coin, and it's like, if you've played D&D and you've ever had a bag of devouring plus a gust spell, it's like whoosh. And so as the machine rolls over the coin, it gets devoured. And I'm vacuuming.
you got
Okay.
a hoover.
Yeah.
All right. What would you guys like to do today?
Observe these two. Make sure they're not gonna do anything messed up.
Well, I am disappointed at my financial state given my attempts to catch this coin. So what I would like to do is I would like to go to the job board to see if there is a job that pays at least 25 silver.
I believe they all would. All right, you go to the job board and you do see one note. It seems to be written on a prescription pad, and it says, please come by the town hospital, we have been noticing an influx of sick patients from a nearby farming village, and we would like someone to investigate this new phenomenon. Signed, Hecate Fernanda.
Phenomena. Do, 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 do.
Pardon me, GM. Could you repeat the name of the person that wrote this note?
Hecate Fernanda.
Thank you very much.
Speaks to people in the clouds.
I would like to think I'm talking to my inner self. You ever have conversations with yourself? That's totally healthy. You got different parts inside you that are trying to achieve different goals, and they all need to get on the same page, that's all.
How are your
Needs
stress
to
levels?
see a psychologist.
I dabble in psychology. Oh, stress levels? I'm doing okay. Except for now that I have a way to recoup the money that I have lost earlier today, I'm feeling great.
Oh yeah, how much does that job pay?
It doesn't specifically say.
I think, if I recall, Nulasag, he has a minimum threshold for things that make it onto this board, if I am to understand the manual correctly. So,
Yes.
I think we're doing okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they have to prepay.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so there was quite a bit of gold that came from the hospital for this one, but it doesn't specifically say on the job poster.
Hey, Nulasag. Hey, Nulasag, how much does this job pay?
Is Nulasag in the room?
Yeah, GM, they are.
Hello there. I think all of these jobs nowadays pay at least 5,000 gold each.
Mama Pajama, I'm so glad you asked that, Cal.
You're welcome.
Has someone been smoking in here?
I'm gonna, look side to side, and say, nope, you smell that too? Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. You know, I'm gonna go check out back, because that's where them smokers usually end up. So I'm gonna casually walk to the back and try to tuck my cigarettes a little bit further into my leather coat.
Those will kill you. I shake my head from side to side.
Lies to the boss.
Has Lothario been smoking today?
I have been smoking. Wait, is this Nulasag asking, or is this the Oracle or the GM?
This is the GM.
Okay. So, yes, I have been smoking. And yes, but I smoked in the back. I wasn't smoking inside. That's rude. Unless,
How many cigarettes have you smoked today?
Just one. We're early.
Just
But
one.
Just one. I'm trying to look tough. But I put it out in the appropriate place, and I disposed of my waste properly. Now,
Good.
just to clarify what I said in the Nulasag, I said, you smell that too, because that means, all that implies is that I smell it. And then I said, I think they're smoking in the back, because that's where they usually smoke. And that happens to be where I was smoking. No lies. I'm trying to be honest with my boss, but not get in trouble with the boss, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so our cigarette count is 1 today. We're gonna work on you. You let
Okay.
me know when the craving hits and you smoke another one, okay?
Oh, well, we'll see what happens. Let's see how stressful this day ends up being.
Uh-huh, okay. All right, so that's happening. What do you guys want to do next?
The whooshing stops, and the vacuum has wheels. So I fold it
I'm
up.
sorry,
and-
the vacuum?
yeah, I'm trying to learn how to talk like Sofia Vergara.
Okay.
She's adorable. So I'm ready to go because I've rolled it. You know, it's folded, it's rolled, and I.
And now that you have 25 silver in there,
You know I do. I claim it's a bag of devouring. Am I recouping
Hey,
the items later?
it's on the ground. It's free.
Yes, that's how that works. So
Finders
Am I to
keepers.
understand that our HR representative is encouraging theft on business grounds?
No, this is not. Character voice.
oh, okay. All right. It's a trap. Out of character, they want to catch me doing something illegal in character. All right. So I'm at the door. I'm ready to go. I'm heading out. I got the prescription pad paper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah? Lothario has it? Yeah, we're ready to go.
I remember reading it. I never picked it up. I did
got
read
it.
it out loud because I like friends to go with me on adventures, or vice versa. I like to go on adventures with friends. So you have the paper, and I was sneaking my way to the back to investigate the quote-unquote smokers.
Right, yes. Oh, yeah, Jill goes out the back door. Jill pushes the door open and steps out the back door. Hopefully Cal follows and Lotharia's out here, and my intention is to head to the hospital.
Okay.
On his way out, Cal looks at Nulasag.
It's his jacket. That's what you're smelling.
Oh, well, I know, but we should still work on him. Keep an eye on him.
Okay, but smoke is not illegal. I can't write him up for that.
Oh, actually, you're not allowed to smoke indoors at Fire Breathing Kittens.
Well, he wasn't. I still can't write him up for a smelly jacket.
I know. I'm not asking for a write-up. Just encouragement of your peers.
That's not my job.
Okay, Cal. So, you go out back and you find Lothario?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lothario, let's go to the hospital.
Yeah, okay. Did you hear that Nulasag said at least 5,000 gold?
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, me too. Let's get going. Cal, I do want to ask, are you following us in a professional capacity as to review our performance as Fire Breathing Kittens?
Yes.
Okay, so we don't have to split this 5,000, at least 5,000 gold with you, is that correct?
No, that's how I get paid.
What? Okay, well, you better pull your weight.
I do. I keep you out of trouble. HR manager.
Lothario will stroke his goatee and say, yeah, I suppose that's true. Keep up the good work.
Hey, I just got Nulasag not to write you up for smelling like cigarettes. You're welcome.
Thank you. I owe you one.
All right, go.
All right, well, let's keep walking to the hospital then.
All right, you walk across cobblestone streets. You all know where the hospital is. This is a fairly standard location in town. You pass several shops along the way. There is a bakery that smells very good along the way. There's a shoe store, a clothing store. I don't know if any of this appeals to you guys.
I do want to peruse window shop, until the, kind of pick out what fashions I would like to use my earnings on later. I don't have the money now, but later I want to kind of say, oh yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I do have the money for a nice, tasty croissant. So if we can get one of those, and then we could be on our way, I'd be more than happy to. Hey, y'all want a croissant? It's on me.
Easily distracted from job.
I accept the croissant, but then if you're really paying attention, you see that I haven't eaten it. Like, it looks like I'm eating it, but I'm just kind of dropping bits on the floor. Or cobblestones. Yeah.
I don't think I would notice that.
Yeah, you pay for your croissants. They aren't very much. They're a couple copper. And you look in the windows of the stores. It seems like there is a new trend going through Nicomoy. A lot of the shops are displaying, leather and PVC items with lots of spikes and zippers. And, there's lots of shiny black material, lots of leather,
So BDSM season's in town.
Yeah, pretty much. You see a couple plague masks. Yeah. But you make your way to the hospital, and you see it is a long, low building, very rectangular, regular windows spread throughout. There is one main entrance. There is a line of people outside, and a closed door with a little window in it. How do you proceed?
I would like to go to the end of the line as if we are getting in line, and then I will ask the person in front of us, pardon me, actually, hold on. Is the person in front of me a lady or a gentleman?
A lady.
Okay, I will say, pardon me, baby. I was wondering if you could tell the three of us, what's going on with this line? Are you doing okay, first of all? I mean, I don't mean to burden you with my questions if you're here and you need medical assistance, but I was just wondering if you could help us out.
We're all here because we need medical assistance. Get in the line.
Oh, are you here to see Dr. Hecate Fernanda?
Oh, who knows? We're all just sick. We'll take anyone we can get. Don't you know it takes at least a week to get into this place now? I've been camped here for 4 days.
Oh, that's terrible. Y'all need any food or anything?
No, they bring out bowls of soup while we wait.
Well, that's kind. Y'all from out of town?
Of course.
Well, you say of course as if Nickemore isn't populated with people. I didn't know. Where you from?
She gestures down at her clothing. I don't think people around here dress like this. She's dressed like a farmer. Almost everyone here is from the area surrounding Mishwi. There's a plague. Didn't anyone tell you?
And you brought it here?
Well, what are we supposed to do?
I know what I'm supposed to do. I'd like to roll the dice for the first time in the game.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to walk past the line because I'm dressed like a maid and I'm wheeling a vacuum.
Okay, and honestly, I'm pretty sure Unbreakable Drive contributes to this, sure. So go ahead and roll 2 die.
Okay, yeah, I was going more with my situational camouflage, but yes. And all right, so can I get, so it says +1d6 to find out how it goes, +1 if you're prepared, such as if you're carrying a vacuum, and +1 if it relates to your SuperPunk or power. Can I get 3?
Sure.
Yeah. Yoo. Okay. Well, all right. So that's a 1, a 3, and a 4. And that means 1 die succeeds. I barely manage it. The GM inflicts a complication, harm, or cost. So I just try to stroll past the line, wheeling a vacuum, dressed like a maid in an appallingly unattractive outfit. What happens?
Well, you managed to make it to the front of the line, but absolutely everyone notices what you're doing. Some people throw rotten food at you. You know, you have some of that on your maid outfit now.
Oh, I clean it. I pause. I clean.
Uh-huh.
I vacuum it up.
And everyone in the line hates you now, but you do get to the front.
I start cleaning, and I slowly clean my way through the front doors. I'd like to go in and do a stealth.
I'm sorry, let me describe the front door here.
Oh.
This is a large wooden door with a small window in it that has a sliding metal grate, and it is firmly locked.
Oh, okay. All right. So I want the workers' entrance.
There's only one entrance.
Okay, well then I guess I knock on the door, and I say, "I'm back."
Someone opens the door and says, "Oh, who are you?"
Okay, so just to explain the GM, my character only lies. It's like a role-playing thing.
Yep. Yep, that's fine.
All right. So I say, "Jill." I gesture towards the vacuum. I turn it on, and I start vacuuming some rotten fruit that just keeps appearing next to me for some reason.
Okay. Do you work here? Where's your badge?
I'd like to roll for it.
I figured. All right, what are we rolling here?
We're rolling for my ability to look surprised as I see that my badge is not there. And I'm like, oh, I left it at home. At home. I don't know, whatever. Accents. So that means I get 1d6 to find out how it goes, +1 if I'm prepared, which I'm clearly not, and +1 if it relates to my SuperPunk or power, and my power is camouflage.
So I would say 2 die.
2 die as I try to get in. That's snake eyes. So if none of the dice
You do
succeed,
not
it goes
get in.
wrong. The GM says how things get worse somehow.
The person behind the door says, no, we don't have a big staff here. Have you seen our budget? I know everyone, and you are not on the list. So I'm going to call security now.
Oh, at this moment, I would like to show up and say, pardon me, I'm on the security detail that is helping to administer this hospital. Did you say that there's something needs to be done here? Is this lady causing you trouble?
You want to try to roll for this one?
Well, do you think I should roll for this one? I think I'm very convincing.
I think that this would be a very high DC if we were still playing D&D.
We're not.
Thankfully, we are not. I only have to roll a 4.
I'm going to say
Yeah.
you get 1 die on this one.
1 die. No, how about my heroic optimism? I think I am confident we can get in this door.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you that one on this.
No problem.
He is already very suspicious of you guys.
Well, there is good reason. I rolled a 1 as well. These dice are just not going our way.
All right.
Two
Cal-
armed guards show up.
Oh, good. People to kill.
That's when Cal shows up just after returning from the BDSM shop and getting a plague mask after he heard the word plague.
I did hear
And
that.
says and says out loud,
Not using the job flyer to gain entrance to where the job is. Hint, hint.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Hey,
know that.
sorry. When I said security detail, I meant freelance adventuring party that is here to save the day.
I hold up the flyer.
He accepts it. It's a very clearly written prescription. And gives you access, but you are flanked by two armed security guards at this point.
That's cool. It's like
That
we-
is
we
well
got a-
deserved.
We got an entourage. That's cool.
Yeah.
The little metal door closes. A bar is lifted. The door swings inward. The crowd of hopeful people outside surge up, hoping to gain access, and the security guards push them back and say, "No, no, no, you know the doctor shortage. We'll get to you when we can." And the three of you are ushered inside, and then the door is closed again, and a large wooden beam is closed against the door, blocking out the patients waiting to get in.
I think I'm going to consider a career in medicine. If there's this kind of shortage, I imagine the pay for doctors must be very high. So, part-time adventuring with fire-breathing kittens, but then part-time doctoring here at the hospital.
Oh, it's
have
actually
to-
it's actually very interesting. The pay for doctors goes down during a major health event. It's very interesting. But go on.
That seems like a terrible policy. I don't know who's dictating the pay here, but Hey, Cal, you have HR abilities. Can you talk some sense into these fools?
I don't have a contract with the hospital, but depends on who is in charge. I mean, I could talk to my uncle, Dr. Crud III.
Oh, yeah.
Hell, he might be the one in charge. We don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was going to say get some doctors on your side, and you can represent them as well. And then you got two jobs now, and you'll be making all kinds of money.
Union
Yeah, well-
negotiations are very profitable for HR people.
Yeah, let's talk to the boss. See if we can get see how much he'll pay me to do that.
I don't think the boss is going to pay you money to take more money from him. I just maybe talk to some doctors on the way.
Oh, somebody's gonna pay me.
Jill is looking for Dr. Crud III. Because I heard a name, so I'm going to try to find that doctor.
Sure. There is a in the main lobby here. There is a sign with all of the different doctors and their room numbers for their respective clinics.
Is Crud, 3 one of them?
Yes, it is. It's on the second floor, room 247.
Sweet. I vacuum as I go up there, and I'm definitely like looking sideways at the security guards, figuring out how to use them to my advantage.
Okay.
Do we see? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, GM.
They definitely are tailing you. Are the three of you sticking together, or are you splitting up?
Well, if there is a board that indicates what room each doctor's in, I'm going to look for Hecate Fernanda.
Yes. 113.
Then I will announce out loud to my party, hey, and the guards, of course, or entourage, sorry. Hey, y'all, we should talk to Hecate, and then maybe we can talk to some of the other doctors to get their perspective. Does that sound like a good plan to y'all?
Jess, I turn around from the second floor and I go to room 113 with Lothario.
All right, very good. You see a waiting room inside. It's a very small room. And then a door beside the reception desk. There is a young elven woman sitting at the desk taking names.
I suppose I'll introduce us. Hey, baby. I would like to say hello and introduce myself as Lothario Bushaki. I don't know if you've heard of me or Fire-Breathing Kittens. These are my comrades. This is Cal, and this is Jill Flores. I look on her appalling maid uniform, and it says Jill Flores right there, so I know who I'm dealing with. Can you direct us to Dr. Hecate? I'm sorry, I spent so much time introducing us, I forgot to ask the purpose of our visit.
The woman does not look up from her typing. Yes, he's expecting you. Go on through. Also, please keep language professional.
Oh, I was totally professional.
No, you weren't.
Oh, Cal, you gotta coach me up.
Yeah, we don't use pet names to people we just met. That's called sexual harassment.
No, what if I say baby to everybody? Male, female, otherwise. How is that harassment? It's just a personality quirk.
Did you ask permission if you could use pet names?
I didn't use permission to speak. Should I ask permission to say something? Or are we in a free country, quote unquote?
I look at the bodyguards, or whatever they are, hospital security, and I'm waiting for them to pounce on Lothario.
They are capable of doing so, but he has not crossed the line just yet.
Tell you what, Lothario, I will give you a special one-on-one advanced interrogation sexual harassment seminar.
So are you trying to enhance my sexual harassment abilities? I don't think that's the way I want to go.
No, it goes the opposite way.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, I'd be all right. I don't want people to be uncomfortable. If I'm making people uncomfortable, that's wrong. I don't want that. I just grew up in a very friendly city. Everybody's very personable. You know what I mean?
For now, let's just, drop the pet names. Can you do that? Step 1, no pet names.
Whatever you say, baby.
There we go again.
Yes, for the listeners, please do not refer to medical professionals as baby. It's not good. No.
What if they are literally under the age of 1 year old and yet somehow have a medical license? Would it be appropriate to call them baby in that circumstance?
You've seen
No.
Boss Baby, but have you seen Dr. Baby?
Okay. Then, excuse me, medical professional. I apologize for calling you baby. Apparently that is something that we only do in Gardilu. Please accept my apologies. Dr. Crud, we cool? Sorry, you're not Dr. Crud, you're Cal.
Yes, I am Cal. Dr. Crud's my uncle.
Yes.
The third.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
That name was still stuck in my head. I'm confused. I tell you what, why don't you take the lead on this one, Cal?
My job is to observe you. You take the
rats.
lead.
Jill, you want to do some talking up in here?
I look away disappointedly from the hospital security staff. And
She's going to get that hospital security staff to beat you up.
one day, beat up somebody. I just want to see it. And then I walk towards room 113 because all these rooms have numbers on them, right?
Yes, you already went through the door to 113. There's a waiting area inside. It's very small, couple chairs, a desk, and a door that goes into the actual exam rooms.
Got it. Okay, and since the reception staff said to go in, I do.
Yes, the door has already been buzzed open. Mm-hmm. You go through, and there you see standing in a hallway is a elderly human man wearing a long white coat with a stethoscope around his neck.
I look behind him. Is there anybody
There.
else?
No, there's just an empty hallway, and there's 3 rooms. He looks like he is writing on a clipboard and preparing to go into the next room.
Did Jill's escort come in too?
I like them. All right, so I wait because the security staff will introduce me. I have an entourage.
How long are you prepared to wait?
I stand there and I look at them.
The presumed doctor goes into the next room.
All right.
Okay. So, I feel optimistic about helping all those people that are waiting outside. And I'm gonna do my best to fight through all this nonsense with the entourage that we have recently acquired and all these restrictive language rules that Cal's thrusting upon me. So, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the other room and say, "Excuse me, doctor. We are here from the Fire-Breathing Kittens." And I will have picked up the prescription paper. I was like, "I believe this is your writing, barely legible, but here it is. And how can we help you?"
Sir, my writing is positively fine, I assure you. Yes, I'm just finishing up with this person. I'll be right out. He scribbles down a few more instructions for the person and gives them a paper and says, "Just talk to the front desk. They'll take care of everything. We'll see you soon." Okay. Yes. Let's go out there and talk to everyone as a group here.
That's a good plan.
Yep, he brings you back out to the little hallway between the 3 rooms. I brought you all here because I'm sure you noticed that we are overrun right now. We only have so many doctors, and there's a new illness that has popped up in the farmland west of here. We're not sure what's causing it, but everyone is coming in sick. They're mostly coughing, but sometimes a variety of other symptoms. This just started a few weeks ago, and we can't keep up. All of the doctors here are double booking their schedules, and people are still waiting days and days to get in to see us. We're at our wits' end, and we need help.
Well,
Is
that
it
is
safe
why
to
we
take
are
this
here.
mask off?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is it safe to take this plague mask off?
The doctor is wearing a mask, but not as dramatic of a mask as you are.
I rescind my question. Go ahead, Lothario.
Yeah. Thank you, Cal. So,
You're welcome.
we are here to help you in a variety of ways. So, number one, what's your hiring situation like? Do you need more doctors? I am somewhat qualified to help people in that capacity. So we can, number one, increase the number of doctors you have available to see all these people.
Oh, could you? I mean, it usually takes 2 to 3 years to hire a doctor, I mean, it's really a rigorous process to get somebody who's gone through medical school, residency, board certified in an appropriate field. What is your board certification?
Well, I got certified in Gaudilu, and we have a little bit of a different certification process. I don't know if that transfers here in the Nicomoy, but I imagine it would, with Commerce Clause and all that, and you can respect the licenses of other places in the... Anyway, yeah, I'll get that sent to you. So, while that's being processed, and we deal with this immediate issue, I understand that you get paid less the busier you are. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Typically speaking, when there's a major outbreak of anything like this, doctor pay goes down, but, we all have to roll with the punches. Why is this relevant?
Well, my man Cal here, he can help you with that and negotiate a fair pay for you. I mean, you're stretched to the limit. You need to be paid accordingly. You're providing a service after all. You're helping all these people.
I mean, feel free. Doctors aren't really business people, so we don't deal with any of that, but by all means. My bigger concern is the fact that people are dying routinely in the hallway outside.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting there. So, I don't know. So you let him in the hallway?
Well, no, I mean the outside.
Oh.
There's a waiting period to get a new doctor here. We just don't have enough appointment slots here. We're all staying late, and it still takes weeks for these people to get in here.
Have you tried killing everybody before they can get to the hospital?
No. That is not what I was thinking when we hired an adventuring guild. We were hoping more exploration in finding the source of this new illness.
I will say, we are in the business of problem solving. And Jill here is an idea machine.
Goes right to murder.
So she generates the ideas and someone else vets the ideas?
Most of the time. Sometimes we skip the vetting part. We just jump right to the execution.
Oh.
I do love execution.
See what I'm saying?
Maybe we should, maybe I
but we
should
don't have
choose
to-
a different...
We don't have to do that. You're the customer.
What made you
So-
think that we, fire-breathing kittens, could fix a plague?
Well, we're
I
running
think
out of
he just-
options.
He just wants us to find the source. And if we find the source, we don't even need to cure nothing. We just get paid for finding what the source is. Let's do that.
I've killed bugs before, but I don't know if I can kill tiny, tiny bugs.
Yeah, I was thinking we would have some clerics over at Fire Breathing Kittens Guild. Maybe a paladin, I don't know.
Doctor, let me assure you, the FBK does not endorse murder and will never endorse murder.
No, I murder is free. It's terrible.
Oh. Dr. Fanata pulls Cal aside and says, we do have a psychiatric department. I could help skip the line a bit in extreme cases.
This is fun. No, you just gotta point me to what to kill. Shall we go to Mishui? I will defeat the enemy.
Doctor, don't worry about it just yet, but I will keep that in mind. I'm more worried about Lothario with his all his advances to other people that he does. That's not healthy. She's just a hired gun.
Oh, I mean, you're right. We can definitely tell he has elements of histrionic and borderline personality disorder.
See? You got to get locked up too.
I assume this is still a private conversation between Cal and the doctor, and I can't hear any of that?
Yeah,
Yes.
and the doctor
Yes.
doesn't know about the DID
Okay.
that Cal suffers from, or he'd get locked up too.
Here, let me get your card. We'll talk later.
Yeah. I mean, really, we only do that if they're a danger to themselves. I haven't observed them quite that long, but keep me in the loop here. You know, everyone's safety
That's
is
my
important.
whole thing. That's my whole thing. I will look, see all the notes I've taken? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people in here we might need to get help for.
Okay, well, let's see if we can open up some space in general. And he makes sure that Jill can't hear him say that.
It'll be fun getting your 5,000 gold, I think to myself.
At least.
All right. But anyways, just to brief you on the issue here, there seem to be issues around the Mishui area. Most of them don't seem to be from the town itself. It looks like most of them are from a small farming community called Lutop Field. Are you familiar with it?
I can confidently say no.
Okay.
Just for the
It's-
DM notes, that's an I. I just bad at typing.
What is?
The L at the top, it's an I.
Oh, that's an I?
Yeah.
Oops.
It's okay. It's hard to say.
Now it's an L.
Iutop Field. Okay. Yes, Iutop Field. Sorry, I can't even read my own writing.
Doctor.
But yeah, it's a small farming community just outside of Mishui. No major towns at all. Everything's very spread out there. So I'm not quite sure how a communicable illness would travel so rapidly there.
We gotta go kill those rats. They spread the disease. I help with that. I'm good at the killing.
Well, if you find any
Actually, it's
diseased
not the rats. It's the fleas on the rats.
Now,
I'm sorry. No, this is not bubonic plague. We haven't seen that in quite some time. This seems to be a strange coughing illness. It seems like everyone is getting mostly viral symptoms that just seem to linger and linger. I'm not
Antivirus,
sure why.
says the maid.
Maybe. I mean, all of our testing has come up negative so far. They don't seem to have any viral markers, and we're at a loss.
Is Typhoid Mary around?
Not that I can think of. But that's E. coli.
A lot of the same symptoms.
yo, I must say, in listening to your back and forth, y'all use a lot of complex words that never really came up in the Garilu School of Medicine and Real Estate Speculation. So, I'm just gonna assume y'all know what y'all talking about, and I may go ahead and take back my application to be a doctor in this place because I don't feel I'm quite prepared. I'm gonna stick to the problem solving, and we're gonna go ahead and go to Mishui and find out what's going on.
Okay. So, anything else you guys want to do here?
I would like to know if I lean backwards and lean up against the wall and kind of lean next to the drawer. If I'm leaning next to a stethoscope or something, can I pocket it?
With two guards
Yeah.
staring at you.
Okay, I look at them and I put it down. And I
As you could, but you have to roll 2 die.
okay. I want to play a SuperPunk game like a SuperPunk, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to roll. I got a 4.
1 4.
Yes.
Okay. Let me pull up the rules again.
I barely
You
manage
roll
it.
1. You manage. The GM inflicts a complication, harm, or cost. So what do you pick up?
I think it would be really funny if they literally threw me out of the building and I landed on my butt. Can they do that? I don't
Well,
care.
you tell me what
tongue
what did you
compressor.
steal? You stole a tongue compressor.
Over a tongue compressor.
All right, you successfully steal the tongue compressor. You do get a splinter in your finger as you do it. They're very poorly made.
That's terrible. You went like deep horror with that.
And that's deep horror.
Splinter on your tongue is no joke.
However, well, the splinter was in your finger. However,
it's meant for. Go ahead. Sorry.
The security guards do notice that you are yet again trying to steal after your last warning. And they try to take it from you, and you decide to try to keep it from them by squirreling it away. Where on your body exactly?
Into the vacuum.
Into the vacuum, fine. They don't know how to work your vacuum, so they summarily pick you up, one on each side, by your arms, and march you out of the building and dump you outside.
Good. All right. Yeah, this feels right.
Uh-huh. Okay. Lothario, Cal, what are you doing?
Judging.
Well, while they are escorting my colleague out of the building, I'm going to ask the doctor, hey, excuse me, doctor, would you mind if I had a handful of tongue depressors?
Oh, sure. They're very cheap. Go for it.
Thank you. And I'm going to go ahead and put some in one of my zipper pockets in my coat, and I will supply some to Jill a little bit later, but she doesn't need to know that I asked politely, because I want her to feel like she's fighting the system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I will make my way outside, and I'll say, Jill, I got these for you. Don't ask how. And I slip her some tongue depressors.
Lies to Jill.
Uh-huh.
I didn't lie. I said I got them. I said don't ask how. No lies detected.
Okay.
Well,
we haven't done much yet. So, anyways, you're going to fight a plague. How do you proceed?
before we leave, I know people want to get going. I would like to ask the people in line while we outside. Like, what was the time frame? Like, what started this? And who did you see that got sick first? And what seems to be the common denominator?
Are you asking the whole crowd or anyone in particular?
I will ask the most attractive lady in line.
That was a face
But I will
palm.
be very professional.
It was a face palm from the HR director.
Yes.
What, are you saying that attractive people don't know stuff? That is an assumption that I will not abide.
I didn't say nothing.
Okay.
She answers you. She says, "You know, we don't really know what happened. We are simple people. We farm our fields. We mostly grow wheat to make bread. Something changed a few weeks ago. The crops started to get very weak, very dry. And then people started getting sick."
A drought can cause hantavirus, says the maid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's all she knows.
Can you direct me to anybody who is more in charge of your farming community as far as who determines what gets planted and when and how they are maintained?
Well, every farmer decides for themselves what they want to grow. Like I said, most of the people in Iotop Field, we mostly grow wheat. It's what suits the area, but there are a few people who grow other things, some soybeans, some corn, some potatoes, really whatever. Some people raise livestock and grow hay.
That sounds like a very impressive and industrious lifestyle. I would like to get to know you better, but let's figure out this problem first, and then we'll move on to that later, if you are amenable to that idea. So, thank you for your information. We're gonna go check it out.
Yes. If you can solve the problem, and I can go back to farming, well, and if I survive the next week, yes, sure.
I am very optimistic that you will, my lady.
She coughs prettily.
Oh. Although your cough is
I like the bird
like a
person
ray
cough.
of sunshine in a way, I will seek to end it so that you are no longer oppressed.
Okay.
Now, I have a question. The spittle that flies into his face from the cough, is that going to
Yes.
infect him?
I have heroic optimism. I'm confident that I will not get sick.
Uh-huh.
That's
I
why
can roll
Cal's
for
wearing
that
a
if you
mask.
want.
Oh, no, just go about your day. Just yeah. So you're gonna all go over to. Are we going to Mishwi or are we going to Ayutop Field?
Utop Field.
Is it
I
pronounced
agree.
Utop?
It's, well, you know, when you make up a word and then you tell people how to pronounce it, you feel kind of like a douche. So I'm going to be like, do what you want.
I was
Well, you
saying
can just say
Ayutop.
the locals. Locals say it one way, outsiders say it a different way. That's fine.
Sure. Depends on how bad the doctor's handwriting is. Okay.
And it also depends on the accent.
So there is a train that goes to Mishwi, and then it is a short, maybe 30-minute walk away from Mishwi to get to the farming community. Are you guys doing anything along the way?
I am purchasing using gold. I've got gold. I am purchasing some peanut butter and a
Okay.
bucket and a little rotating, like I'm making a mouse trap out of a bucket and some bait and a stick that goes up to the top of the bucket.
Sure.
Yep.
When you try to use it, I'll let you roll then.
And I'd like to place a large order for dozens of these to be delivered to Utop Fields. I prepay.
Sure.
So while on the train ride, I'm gonna do three things. Sorry. One, I'm gonna light a second cigarette and start smoking because I believe trains don't have the restriction. Number two, I'm gonna be practicing on my lute so I can, keep my musical senses keen. And number three, I would like to discuss with Cal, more in depth, like this one-on-one session he was recommending, how I should approach people and what the appropriate avenue would be in order to do that.
The appropriate way to approach someone is saying, "Hi, I am," state your name. "How you doing today?"
Hold on, I'm gonna write that down.
And then later, you may say, "Can I use a potentially harmful nickname for you?"
I see. You're emphasizing consent. I do believe that is an important principle.
That is very important.
Okay, thank you for this session, Cal. I feel more informed.
Oh, and to the audience, he is actually writing all this down. So I think he's going to use it in his personal life too.
There are many applications.
All right. So you arrive at this the edge of this farming community. You can see different plots walled off by just small wooden fences that are really just there to denote property lines. No real barriers. Most of the fields do contain wheat, but when you look at them, they do seem to be very stunted. The wheat is turning brown earlier in the year than it should. It's drooping. It just doesn't look the way you would expect, at least from a distance.
Are there like farmhouses? Okay.
Many of them do seem to be empty right now.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
like
they're all in Nicomoy in line.
yeah. I guess I knock on the door politely on a farmhouse.
You hear a man's voice inside say, "Yes, state your business."
Yes, I am with the Fire Breathing Kittens Guild. I give up on the accent. And I...
You should keep trying.
Okay.
That's the only way you're gonna get better.
good.
It's true. It's true. All right.
Practice makes progress.
I am
like
here
that.
to investigate the illness.
Well, you might not want to come inside. We've got plenty of illness in here.
That's why I'm here.
Oh, all right. The man opens the door. He seems to be just fine. However, you do see behind him there are two small children laying on the couch in the living room in blankets that are coughing.
Aww. Makes me sad.
This whole episode is a bit of a... you know that the really good World War II movies didn't come out until about 20 years after World War II because a lot of people were like too soon for, like the best war documentaries and stuff like that. It takes a good decade or two. So I don't know if this is too soon or not. So
Too late now.
yeah, I don't
No,
know.
it's always darkest before the dawn. Once we solve this problem, it's gonna be fantastic because of the depth of the depravity that we are experiencing.
Yeah. All right. So I start cleaning. Sick people leave a lot of debris.
Sure. There's tissues.
They got vacuumed up. Whoosh.
Yeah. You see that they were made out of corn husks.
Whoosh, corn, huh? All right.
I would like to address the gentleman, and I will come up to him and I will say, "Hi, I am state your name. How are you doing today? May I use a potentially harmful nickname for you?"
I would rather you didn't.
"Oh, Cal, this is not the way I expected it was going to go."
You expect consent?
"I am charming, but I guess it's not really giving them agency if I expect an outcome already, now is it?"
Correct.
"I'm learning so much from you today." Okay, so I turn back to the gentleman. "Hello, let me start over. My name's Lothario. What is your name?"
Rick.
"Well, hello, Rick. We are here to try to solve the problem. I see that I assume these are your children. Your children are sick. You are not sick. So,
True.
not sick, Rick. When did this start? And how did they come into contact with whatever illness that they are experiencing?"
Well, they were just playing in the wheat fields the other day. They haven't been doing well. I haven't really had a reason to go in since the planting. Till harvest, you don't have to do a whole lot out here. So I've been mostly tending livestock, but they were playing in the wheat fields and they came back and they started coughing. And now they just seem drained. They've just been laying like this.
Vampires.
We can go and fight the vampires for you.
That is a possibility, but let's investigate some other ones before we jump to the vampire conclusion.
I wasn't expecting racism from the fire-breathing kittens.
What's racist about...
You notice that Rick has fangs.
Oh no. How does he have a kid? Okay, anyway, so
Are you
that?
assuming vampires can't have children? Ma'am.
No, that was out of
Cal's
character.
going to go over to the children and check for fang bites and nits and anything that might be.
Yeah, are these his food?
Am I to understand that vampires cannot get sick? Is
They
that why you are immune?
they are all vampires. The children have fangs as well.
Okay.
That's sad. Being a kid body forever. We're gonna go outside the field. I'm going to go outside the field.
You do know that vampires can have children that will grow and stop aging once they reach adulthood.
I'm glad we clarified that. So I'm going out to the field. I'm gonna look for coughing.
All right, so you're going out into the field and you're investigating these fields?
I'm trying to get myself sick. Yeah.
I would
Okay,
like,
what do you do? Oh, yes.
Before we leave, I would like to accompany Jill, but I would try to hold her back and say, "Hey, I want to join you, but I want to ask Rick one more question. Has anything changed in the past few weeks regarding your land or any cosmological events perhaps, or maybe some seedy fertilizer salesman, something like that?"
Not that we can think of. We've noticed that all of the plant life seems to be not doing well. It's strange. We've had the normal amount of rain. It hasn't. I can't think of anything being different, but the crops seem to be failing, and even the other plant life seems to not be doing well. The trees are not sprouting leaves the way they should this time of year. I'm not sure.
That is peculiar. Thank you for your information, Rick. I respect you as a person and a vampire, and we will come to figure out what this is. I guarantee it.
All right. So you're out in the fields now?
Yeah, I'm trying to get sick.
Can you describe what you do?
I play in the wheat. First, I make myself a wheat bracelet. Then I make myself a wheat headband.
Roll a d6.
Okay. I got a 1.
You got a 1. You don't notice anything. All right, Lothario, what are you doing out here in the wheat field?
I am uncertain. My clothes, I don't want to mess up. And the farmland is a good place to get your clothes filthy. So I'm debating whether I want to go out into those fields.
They are dry.
That's true. I don't think I'm going to get a lot of... Okay, I'm going to take a sample of some wheat and put it in another one of my zipper pockets.
Sure. Do you look at the wheat first?
Yes. I will look at the shaft of the wheat as well as the little nibs, the grains themselves.
Roll
Or
a
do they have
D6.
grains?
They do.
Okay.
I like nibs. We'll go with nibs.
Cocoa nibs.
Wheat nibs.
I have $1 million I have $1 million gold business idea for you later.
What was the
Cereal.
results of your D6, Lothario?
Oh, sorry. I have not rolled yet. I was busy writing down. I got a 4.
You got a 4. You notice a fine white powder coating the wheat sheaf.
How did I,
I
not
will,
notice that?
Huh?
How did I not notice that?
You rolled a 1.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
And to be honest, you were busy playing, making bracelets and headbands and stuff like that, which I enjoy myself. But all I did was I looked at it. So,
And put it in your pocket, correct?
yes.
Also, while we're at this, Jill, could you roll a D6 again? And Lothario, could you roll 3 D6s, please?
Just so you know, Cal is actually just flying in the air above it. He's not going in there.
That's why you're not rolling a D6.
A 3.
Uh-huh.
So,
Lothario?
my 3 dice indicate as follows: a 6, a 4, and a 4. That is a super duper success.
Yes,
Man,
it
you
is.
guys are investigating this illness by finding the illness and surviving it.
My
That's good.
my optimism is unshakable.
Jill, you are fine. Lothario, you are especially susceptible given your 2 cigarettes today. You start to cough.
No, see, I'm breathing through the filter in my cigarette, so I'm filtering through all that nonsense. That's like a protective barrier.
This was a roll to contract it.
That is the roll to contract the
I got
illness.
a super duper contraction.
Yeah, you do.
That's okay.
You do notice that underlying pulmonary disease, such as those children's asthma or your history of smoking, does increase your chance, i.e., number of die, to contract the illness.
I'm
Okay.
making wheat angels. I'm rolling in it.
You don't smoke.
All I did was put it in my pocket. I will say, if I'm starting to cough, I may not even notice the difference because I cough because I smoke. So
That's true.
I see it as a regular happenstance of life.
Yes. Just for future reference, until you can get at least a 15th level cleric to remove this from you, you do officially have COPD at this point.
Well, that's life.
Yep. So, anyways, carry on. You found the white powder. What do you do now?
Well, since I'm already infected, I'm going to go ahead and take that wheat back out of my pocket, and I'm going to rub my pinky on the grains where the white powder is and kind of touch to my tongue and then kind of spit it out a little bit like they do in those plays I see with the town guards to see if I can identify what this powder is.
It has a nutty flavor to it.
I will announce to my colleagues, hey y'all, there is an unusual nutty flavor to this wheat.
I look up with the wheat head circlet, and I'm like braiding wheat with my fingers, and I kind of forgot we were investigating. And I'm like, a nutty smell? Taste? You ate it?
Yeah, you know, you only live once, so I might as well do my best while I'm here.
Cal, are you still flying ahead? Or flying overhead?
Yes.
You do notice a person in a field 4 fields over.
I will relay that. Guys, there's a guy over there.
Hey, I'm gonna look up at Cal and say, you know, I should have remembered that you are impervious to all damage, physical and emotional, and you should have been leading this effort in this highly dangerous field. So, I would like to apologize for my foolish choices. And Cal, can you go check out and see what that man's up to?
I don't know what you're talking about. It sounds like you're talking about Super Crud, who I am not. I'm just Cal.
But you're flying in the air, right?
Yes.
He's a bird.
Oh, dang. I would like to, audience at home, please forget that I said anything to that effort. I'll say, Hey, Flying Cal. Can you ask that man to come over here or we can meet him halfway?
You can just shout, I'm observing.
Oh, he can't shout. He's got COPD. I shout.
We don't know that yet.
I'm like, hey, really loudly. And it's a pun because I got hey in my hand.
You hear her responding, hello?
You don't sound sick.
No.
I make my way to them.
Sure. You see, as it's a little bit of a hike. The fields are big. But after a few minutes of walking in the direction that Cal indicated, you can see in the distance a woman wearing a space outfit with bright red hair.
Oh, no. Oh, I turn around. I just walk back to Lothario.
So I was following Jill. Mm-hmm. And I see her stop and turn around, and I'm confused because I was following her, so I don't know if, is there something dangerous up ahead, something I need to be aware of?
It's just a space woman.
A space what now?
Woman.
Oh, well, it's my time to shine then.
If that's what she identifies as. She might
Okay.
identify as a Martian. We don't know yet.
We'll get there. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
That is Deidre Halal.
Yes, it is. They've met before.
Is this lady dangerous?
I look incredibly disappointed, and I say, no.
Oh, okay. Is she single?
I mean, okay, so what's going through my head right now is if I don't like you, I'll set you up with her because she's terrible. She's the security officer who was on duty when she and her crew got kidnapped, the rest of her coworkers, in a space race. So she had one job and she failed at it. And then when I went to go break her out of prison, instead of staying quiet so I could break her out of prison, she started screaming. I probably would have broken her out of prison, you know? She should have trusted me a bit more.
Oh, you tried to leave her there.
And so, well, anyway, so Lothario has been, I like the player, but I think your character, maybe I say, Jess, she's single.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
she'd be a
Well,
good match
that
for you.
is good news. 'Cause I don't want to do anything inappropriate, you see, and I emphasize that so my character is reflected to Jill. So I will walk up to this lady. I say, pardon me, ma'am. Is this your farm?
She looks up at you startled, and you catch her in the act of scattering powder from a pouch that she has brought with her. No. Why?
'Cause I notice you are distributing some contents onto this field, and if this is indeed not your farm, I would ask you to stop and hand over the bag, and I will go ahead and unsheath my rapier.
Are you trying to threaten me? Oh.
I'm not trying. It's happening.
She pulls
Threatens
out
person he just met.
She pulls out 2 laser pistols.
Uh-oh.
Do I understand what a laser pistol is? Does that exist in this terrestrial world? I will say I don't, because I've never seen a laser pistol. So I just think they're toys.
She pushes a button on one and then fires a green beam at you, and you go down cold.
Oh, man. I hope that cures my COPD.
It will not.
Oh, dang. This is not my
It will
day.
exasperate it.
So we've got Lothario, who is now stunned. What are the other players doing?
I don't bring a knife to a gunfight, so I set my vacuum down and I raise both hands. Very, very this is not conveying to the podcast listeners. Very slowly and smoothly. And I say, Deidre, what are you doing now?
And just for clarification, you are the same. You have a different name, but the same face as in that episode, correct?
Different hair color.
Different hair color.
Yeah, I'm blonde this week.
Okay. I will assume Deidre can still recognize you, though.
It
You have
depends. There's a certain
Make
grocer.
a roll for it.
Yeah, make a roll for it. And there's a certain grocer, Boban Martinez, who only recognizes me when I have red hair.
Hold on. We rolled a 6.
Yeah.
Okay, she recognizes you.
Right.
Yes. You tried to leave me in prison. How dare you show up here? I'm trying to fix the problem that you made worse.
I made a headdress. How did I make it worse?
Not that. Just stay out of my way while I try to save the rest of you. She continues scattering powder.
Cal, what are you doing? You're impervious to physical harm.
He's observing what's going on and possibly even checking on Lothario.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to slap Lothario awake.
Roll a d6.
Oh, okay. I have a shiny one.
Uh-huh.
That's a 5.
You slap him awake.
You just got slapped awake, Lothario.
Oh, I must have been overwhelmed by this beautiful lady's, charisma.
She has a lot of that. She is a very tiny but athletic-looking woman with huge curly red hair.
Ooh, well.
Fell asleep on the job. All right, you're good now.
And he takes back off.
Am I disoriented at all? Do I realize that I just tried to pull a sword on this lady and she shot me with a laser gun?
Yeah, you remember.
Okay. And who slapped me awake?
I did.
Cal.
Okay. I
You're
feel
welcome.
a little disheartened that because see, I am heroically optimistic, and so I take a second to acknowledge the defeat, but only a second, and then I'm back to it. And so I'm like, all right, let's solve this problem. Did you know she's spreading powder on this wheat?
Jess, she says it is saving us. She can't even save herself.
Okay, well, I was unconscious for a while, you understand, so I don't know what transpired while I was out.
It
What's
was
the
like
situation?
60 seconds.
Y'all move fast. So, did we confirm whether she is single or not?
Jess, she's single. No one would date
Okay.
that.
Whoa, no way. Hey, that is rude. Cal, you ain't gonna say nothing about this?
That is very rude. She's a person, not a that.
Exactly. So,
But whether she's available or not is also rude.
okay. I will turn to our red-headed companion and say, I think we got off on the wrong foot. My name is Lothario. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Deidre.
Oh, that is a lovely name. And I kind of look at Cal as if to ask pleadingly with my eyes, like, that's okay to compliment somebody's name, right?
Barely.
Well, I'm glad I'm in the zone. Okay. So, I will work well within barely. That's fine. Okay.
I believe her name is not covered in clothing, therefore you're allowed to compliment it.
Okay.
If
a
you
naked
can't
name?
if you can't see it, don't compliment it.
That's actually a pretty good rule. Like, just thinking about it for a second. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Deidre, I can tell by looking in your eyes
Uh-oh.
that you have a beautiful soul, which technically I cannot see. But
You used her eyes as a staging point, though.
yeah, well, that is a vehicle to set up the compliment. It is not.
As if
I
you
did not
believe
compliment
in
her
a soul.
eyes.
She may not believe in a soul, so now you're assuming her religion.
You are. I believe you are assuming something against my religion. If you say that I can't say that she has a soul, what does that say about you saying about what I say?
I'm saying it's correct. Don't assume people's religion. Keep your religion yourself.
Well, man, y'all do a lot of weird things here, Nikomoy. I'll try to abide by your rules. Okay, start again. Hello, person I just met named Deidre. You are a person. I think we can all agree on that. My colleagues here say that you are spreading a powder to help us. Can you please elaborate on this plan and how it is actually helping?
Well, of course, I'm trying to kill the fungus.
Tell us more about this fungus.
Oh my god. What do you guys know so far?
I know that this powder is killing people because they go in the fields and they breathe it in. And now, I don't know if you know how wheat grows where you're from, but this crop is called wheat and it is not doing good because of whatever you're doing.
It is amazing how you managed to walk into mansplaining to the person fixing the problem.
She asked what I knew, and this is what I know. If
All
she
right.
didn't want me to tell her what I knew, she shouldn't have asked what I knew.
All right, so you know very little so far. Let me fill you in
We can
here.
both agree on that, yes.
Also, sorry about your hip.
It's okay. It'll work out.
Yeah, she knows that when you got stunned, you fell and hit your hip.
Yeah, I feel it. But I was
I know,
keeping a
I
brave
feel it
face.
too.
I was keeping a brave face for you.
That is
Hey, you know
one
what?
of my abilities.
Don't worry about it.
I
He
can-
deserved it.
Well, yes, but now I have to feel it too. She can feel pain in other people.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
It's a thing
That-
everybody does where she's from.
That's very empathetic of you.
Not really. We all wish we didn't have it. Or, well, what's left of my race wishes we didn't have it. Anyways, have you noticed that everything started going wrong in a wide circular area here about 3 weeks ago?
No.
We just stumbled across this problem today, and that fits within the time frame that you're talking about, but we honestly don't know much about what's happening.
Jill, do you remember what else happened 3 weeks ago?
I met you. It was very unfortunate.
The Atlas arrived.
What does a map have to do with anything?
Sorry, they don't know. The Atlas is an international space station. It's a for-profit company called the Universal Traversal, where rich people destroy planets for their own pleasure.
I thought it was a race.
Jill, do you know what powers something as huge as the Atlas space station?
I thought that there was the Universal Traversal was a race.
Yes, it is.
Like boats in a lake and they reach the end first, Oh, they destroy planets?
So, something has to power something that massive. This race has been going on for 23 years, and my planet was one of the first where it started. They draw their energy to power the space station from whatever helpless planet seems to be near it, with a photon beam that spreads out and draws the geothermal energy out of the planet. After that happens, the crops start to fail, the planet can't support hardly any life, and then, usually, there seems to be disease and famine. Within 3 years of the space station arriving, most of these planets are barren.
Jill, you participated in this? Did you just kill the planet?
They did not pay me enough if I did.
That isn't a no.
Can you focus? I'm trying to explain this situation to you because clearly no one has figured this out yet. This place kills planets. And my planet was one of the first, and we had to watch and feel as people starved around us. And now I've been working for 5 years on the Atlas as a security guard to try to undermine them from the inside, something I was doing just fine at until you came along.
So you're part of the problem too, since you worked for him?
Have you never heard of a double agent?
Not a double one, just a triple.
I would like to, at this point, knowing I have COPD, or maybe that I don't, but that I feel ill, I'm going to go ahead and light up a third cigarette, because I'm going to say to Deirdre, it's like, looks like we need to bring some folks down, like big time. Hey Jill, you down for bringing some rich folks down?
Is there money? Oh,
They're
wait,
rich.
rich folk. Yes, I'm in.
I mean, not that I have anything against rich people per se, but I am against those who would destroy the beauty of this world. That I will not abide by that, and they are big downers, and I am after them now. They are in my crosshairs, and I'm gonna, Deidre, what can we do to help you?
I pull Lothario aside, and I say, "Why do you believe her? She is very pretty, and I am a sucker for a pretty face, But why do you think she is telling the truth?
Well, I will say
You're in a
I don't
field
have.
that makes people sick. The person spreading powder on the field is telling you they're not hurting people, and that we actually have to go kill people for her."
I said bring him down. You jump to the conclusion of killing. I just want whatever's hurting this area to stop. Now, if that is her, She knows that she's on notice. I'm saying this as an aside to Deidre, so I don't think she can hear us. I mean, not to Deidre, to Jill. A mistake. That would be very foolish if I said it to Deidre. Yes, I don't know. Should I trust her?
No. The only thing I know about her is that I cannot trust her. There's one thing I know about her, and that she is bad at her job.
Is she, though? Depends
I'll
on
tell
what her
you
job
what.
is.
This is what I know. She says she feels other people's pain. Why don't we take her down to the hospital?
Okay. I just was like, mental math, this will result in Deidre suffering. Why not? You know?
And if she is indeed hurting everybody, she will feel the effects of what she is doing.
Jess. I assume Cal was in on that, or you're flying in the air. Are you in the air? Are you...
I believe he
he's
slapped me
observing.
awake.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cal, do you want to go to the hospital?
I'm not sick.
Hospital?
Are you sick?
Lothario does not look well.
I am feeling a little under the weather.
Well, you smoke, so.
Well, I always smoke, but I don't always feel this way. This is new. I believe it has to do with
Okay.
this white powder that Miss Deirdre happens to be spreading.
Well, we could test it real easy. Jill, you want to eat some of the powder? See if you get sick?
Jess. I eat the powder.
It tastes like sugar.
I should point out.
It tastes like sugar and lemons.
Okay. All right. I'm a poison master. Can I roll the dice to see if I recognize this poison that I've poisoned myself with?
Sure.
All right. I'd like to roll +1 for prepared because of my background. In
Go ahead.
this, I have some experience in the past with certain, one could even say poison flowers. Rolling. That's 2 6s. Why? Why dice? Why? I don't like random.
I mean, they're high rolls. You pass.
Yeah. I don't appreciate it.
So, yeah, you pass,
I
and
want to fail, damn it.
I just don't like the whatever. All right.
you gain some information. So first off, you can tell that it is not the same as the powder before by the different flavor. It seems to be a mixture of a phosphate commonly used as fertilizer, as well as some antifungal agents.
I can taste that. All right. Got a good sniffer over here. Well, I might as well take her to the hospital because Lothario should go. And, but why? I'm just gonna
You
like
share the
scratch my-
information with
No.
us.
Yeah, are you sharing that?
I wouldn't encourage you to trust her. I think sharing that information would encourage you to trust her. And the problem with incapable people is that you have to keep watching them, not only for their goals, but for their execution of that goal. So I'm not going to encourage you to rely on her. And I'm not going to tell you about that. I'm going to go, I don't know what she is able to do here. Because that's the truth. She might want to help and mess it up.
Well, Cal's just going to have to say,
Are you sick now?
I cough. Does it feel bad?
No.
No.
Okay, well, if she's not sick and you're sick, then it can't be the powder.
Is it that nutty flavor? As an aside, I know Jill tells lies all the time. So, whatever you say, I may or may not trust you. So,
Okay. I mean, I'm not trying to lie to you guys. I don't lie to my party all that much. So,
All that much.
at least she recognizes that much,
I think that's a step in the right direction.
I have a little powwow with my party, and I say, this story that she is telling me does not mesh with my experience. If it is true, then she is a much better actor than I thought she was, and I question her competence and her intentions entirely. This is a U-turn on who she was. It's an entirely different person. I've never met this Deidre before. She is spreading some sort of antifungal agent on the field, but do not trust her.
I look at Deidre.
Are you lying?
No.
A person with many faces cannot be trusted, Cal. I say to you,
Can I do a sense motive?
Can you what?
I want to do like a sense motive because, my super is honesty and integrity. So I should be able to tell whether she's being honest or
Yeah.
Not.
Roll 2 die.
all right. I rolled a 5 and a 3.
Yeah, you have 1 success. You can tell that she is telling the truth, although you strain an eye muscle as you're staring at her too hard.
All right. She's telling the truth, but now my eye hurts.
Oh, does she feel that pain too?
You notice that her eye is also twitching a bit.
You know, I'm curious about something. Cal, can you kick me in the testicles?
Thank you for asking. I guess.
This is weird.
Yeah, this is really weird. But I mean, is it a sexual thing?
No, so let me elaborate and tell you the background of my thinking. I love understanding the beauty of what's around me, the world.
Cal kicks him in the
people.
balls.
Oh, okay. Ha. Oh, Deirdre,
turns around and says, "What are you two doing?"
are you experiencing shockwaves of pain right now?
Yes, of course.
I guess we
I'm not.
don't have to go to the
Okay.
hospital.
Oh. I just wasn't sure is it the general pain that you feel, a specific pain? I was just curious.
You think
And
a
I'm gonna
tetrap has never been in the presence of someone kicked in the balls before?
Well, I just didn't know if, like, your hip hurt when my hip hurt and your eye was problematic when the cow's eye was hurting. I just didn't know what this would do. Oh, you gotta give me a minute. I'm gonna pick up my cigarette that I assume I dropped after I got kicked.
Oh, that's another cigarette?
No, it's the same cigarette that I lit up when I said we're gonna take it to the man. But I dropped it when I got kicked.
I see.
It's a very long cigarette.
Hey, you gotta savor the flavor. This is not a race.
All right, so what are you guys doing now?
Well, Cal's giggling to himself.
I'm getting to my feet in a somewhat unsteady fashion. And I'll say, yeah, that was foolish. I should have thought that all the way through. Jill, I trust you, and I want to help solve this problem, but I don't know what to do, so I'm going to let you lead, and whatever you need, I'll back you up.
And if we can't trust you, I'm going to kick him in the balls again.
I did not sign off on that. What, you were talking about consent, and now you're doing this?
You already gave me consent.
Oh, that's right. Dang.
Were you talking to Jill or were you talking to Deidre?
I was talking to Jill. Did I say Deidre again?
No, you said Jill, but then you also said something about getting kicked in the balls again, and I'm like, that's Deidre's ability.
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Deidre.
Okay, so Jill is taking the lead.
Yes, because I have no experience with this lady, except that she's spreading powder on a field, and I'm unclear as to whether this powder is what is affecting everybody else. And that she can feel pain, and that's all I know. And she has a beautiful head of red hair, and a beautiful soul, although I only commented on the soul.
If he's talking to Jill and not Deidre, then Cal retracts what he said about kicking him again.
Okay. Thank you for that retraction.
Jill, what would you like to do?
You can call me Jill today. I called you Deidre before. What am I calling you today?
Oh, that was me as the GM, but Deidre still goes by Deidre.
I will call you Betsy, because I am going to treat you with a new leaf. Betsy, you're a new person to me. Tell me your true intentions and about yourself a bit more. I believe this is the first time we have met.
Whatever you say. So, my intentions are to do everything I can to undermine a huge organization of super powerful, wealthy people taking advantage of underdeveloped planets. I've been working on that space station for 5 years as a security agent to try to create any holes in security I possibly can. I was attempting to get to the bottom of the gambling ring before by getting arrested and taken to the headquarters of the gambling ring when, of course, I met you. After that, unfortunately, security has tightened quite a bit and left us very few opportunities. We only have a few allies on the space station and not many resources to work with.
Have you tried exploding the entire space station?
That's certainly something we've considered.
Because killing one space station to save many planets seems like the greater good.
Yes, unfortunately, That is a very... You can do it if you can get to the reactor that powers the ship. However, it is very heavily guarded. We would need some type of advantage to get in there.
Like working there for 5 years.
They don't hire just anyone for that position.
Have you tried killing the people in that position to make the turnover a bit higher?
You're talking to a physio-empath.
Just seem very poorly suited for this job.
She's doing her best. She comes from a pacifist race.
She's in the third person now. I'm a concerned person. We had a psychiatric...
Oh, this is the GM.
Okay, because that could help. Okay. Well, I have a plan.
Okay.
It's murder, we know.
Yes, let's make them hire a new security person in charge. It could be you. You have experience.
Okay. Tell me more. How do we do that?
Get me on this ship.
All right. Yeah, let me just try to finish spreading this antifungal. It's a temporary measure, but it's the best we can do for now until we can re-energize the planet. And yeah, let's go back up to the Atlas. Do you all agree to get in her shuttle?
I don't see
I'm
why
just following
not.
along.
Jill?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, on that note, let's take a break and we'll pick things back up on the Atlas.
Let's blow up a spaceship, people.
Joining us today were Jill.
Woo. Oh, wait.
Cal?
Aren't I not supposed to be blowing things up, Cal? I'm sorry. Is this against HR?
Yeah. You're talking about doing a huge amount of murder. Which means when we get back, you're going to be having to do some extra HR stuff.
Yeah, community service for sure.
I think there's still a lot of paperwork involved. It's just where the morality of it is more gray.
Yeah, Cal's not going to stop you. His job is not to stop you. His job is to lecture you and try to get your behavior to change.
Okay, well, maybe I rebel against this and I let the planet die.
That's our planet. No.
Okay.
I just do the paperwork.
Okay, sign off. Sorry.
Okay, so joining us were Lothario,
I'm still recovering.
Cal,
Okay.
and Jill.
I've got a review. It says, just an amazing podcast, and that's all that needs to be said. 5 stars. If you leave us a review on iTunes, we'll read it on air. Bye.
Bye.
We hope that you're enjoying this episode of Fire Breathing Kittens. This episode's shout out is from Beware the Chameleon, who says, quote, "Who would win in a fight between a Ninja Turtle and a Power Ranger? Tweet your opinion to @DeathBattle." End quote. And I probably didn't say that right, so I'm just going to say it's like an amphora? I don't know. And then death is capital, battle is capital. Okay. All right. That's on Twitter. Okay. All right. Can you think of someone who might enjoy this podcast? Please share it with them. Is their birthday coming up? A special day? We can wish them a happy... well, probably not birthdays, because, no prediction on timing. Anyway, we can wish them a significantly delayed happy message on your behalf. You can arrange for us to read your shout-out on air at firebreathingkittenspodcast.com through our partnership with the website Buy Me a Coffee. If you enjoy reading books, we have paperbacks and hardcovers on Amazon.com, and we have audiobooks on Audible. We also have official merchandise, such as, I believe we have a shower curtain, on redbubble.com. Lastly, we don't pay to advertise our show, so the only way we can grow is if you tell someone about us. Is there an episode that would make that person smile? Tell them about it. Thank you.
All right, welcome back. We are joined again here by Lothario.
Oh, man, that was the break I needed. I'm feeling much better, y'all.
No, you're not, but okay. Jill.
Just quiet laughter.
And Cal.
So 2 lectures are going to have to happen. One with Lothario for sexual harassment, and the other one with Jill about murder.
And Cal, can you just give us a quick little recap on sort of what's happened so far?
What's happened is we have a job. It is given to us because there is a disease, and apparently having non-doctors figure out what's going on with the disease is what is the best thing to do according to the doctors of Nicomoy. So we went over there and we had to come over to Loop Top Field, ETH Top Field, or however you decide you want to pronounce it. We don't have a consensus yet. And we found Jill's best friend putting some sort of powder on the crops, and after, stunning Lothario because he decided he was going to attack her, or at least attempt to, he got slapped awake, and it was explained to us that the space station that is orbiting the planet is what's killing the planet, and Jill has decided that we're going to go up there and blow it up.
All right, very good. So you land at the Atlas space station in Deidre's shuttle. The Atlas space station docking bay is a huge room. It still shows a little bit of damage from a recent gunfire fight, it looks like. And you see multiple large spaceships docked in the area, as well as several small shuttles and doors all along one wall leading to the rest of the Atlas space station. What would you like to do?
Go home? I mean...
Well, the first thing to do is to get the official passes. I know what it is like to not have a badge.
All right, how would you like to go about doing that?
Deidre, be useful.
What do you want me to do?
Wow.
Visitors passes.
Okay, hold on. She goes into the Mercury, the ship that employs her, and 3D prints you guys some visitor badges.
While that's happening, I realize the level of sophistication and technology that is all around us, and it is blowing my mind. And so, I contemplate that the rapier that is by my side probably may be insufficient in this scenario. So I would like to kindly, mind you, ask Deidre, excuse me, madam, do you know where we can get some of those fancy pistols you got so we could defend ourselves, maybe?
Oh, sure. Follow me. She leads you to her room in the Mercury, and she presses a series of tiles on the wall, and one of the wall's panels slides back to reveal a whole array of weaponry. And she pulls down a few of the laser pistols and offers them to you guys. Do you accept them?
I do gladly.
Sure. I'll take free weapons.
I do not. It's conspicuous for a maid to be carrying weapons.
Okay. So Lothario and Cal accept the guns, and she shows you how you can set them to stun or to kill.
I'm gonna go ahead and leave mine on stun, 'cause we don't need to make more trouble than we're already about to make. Actually, that's not very punk. Well, we'll see what happens.
All right.
I'll do the more punk thing and just do it random. I'll put it behind my back and just fiddle with it a little bit and see what happens.
Okay, we're going to roll for yours. Okay. We'll roll later when you fire it.
Yeah. Well, if he fires it, he might not do that. But he'll hide it in his underwear.
Uh-huh.
I would like to, before we depart, arch an eyebrow and look at Deidre and say, your room is so well decorated.
You mean the guns?
No. This room that you brought us to, I believe this is your room. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's delightful. I must say you have excellent taste.
She arches an eyebrow as she looks around at the extremely militant Stark room.
That's what we call growth.
I am trying to give you a compliment in a way that is not offensive. I'm learning. Please be patient with me.
She accepts your compliment.
Thank you. So, shall we get to business?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any conventions or norms we need to be aware of in this place that may be different than our world, so we know what to do and what not to do, and then what to break?
Well, I think the most important thing is that no one realizes that you're actually from the planet below. We don't usually invite civilians onto the ship. So it's best to pretend you're from another space station or just try to blend in as much as possible.
Oh, okay. I happen to have a disguise kit on me, and so I will try to change my clothing in a way that's more space-like, more shiny, and official-looking.
Go ahead and roll 3 die. You're prepared with a job kit. You have an emphasis on fashion. So yeah, 3 die.
Okay, I got a 1, a 5, and a 6.
All right, 2 successes. That is pretty good. Let me see here. You did it very well. So what happens is you appear to be a cyborg right now. You've got some machine parts and some gears and whirling things that are very convincing.
Ooh, I must say I did a great job. And I don't think cyborgs are constrained in their ability to compliment those people around them. So this is very liberating.
You can try.
Oh, I will.
All right. What's the plan of attack? So what's the plan of attack?
Frontal?
Who knows this place the best? Would that be Deidre? I hear that you've been here before, Jill. Is that accurate?
Jess, I was here. I went to the brig. I don't know why I was there.
So we know where not to go.
Jess?
Deidre, can you point us to where we can disable this ship? Maybe the power source, something like that?
Well, there are certainly options. Most of the offices are on the upper level. You'll find Toro's office there. He runs the security detail on the ship and is in charge of the gambling ring that we were trying to take down. This is the lower level.
He's still in charge?
Oh, of course he's still in charge.
Even though last time we were here, we shouted over the megaphone speakers as everything went down that he was running a gambling ring.
I don't think you understand the level of corruption of an organization like this.
Oh, they all know he runs a gambling ring. Great. Yeah, let's blow this place up.
So you'll find the hangars down here on the first level. The navigation and power system is typically on the second level. Third level is mostly food, recreation, living quarters, that kind of thing.
That's where we will go. Let's go to the living quarters of the people who are currently in charge of the top level security.
All right. So you want to head to the third level and try to find the quarters of Toro or someone else?
No, who is in charge of the thing, like the access place you would need to be in to blow up the ship?
So Toro is the head of all security on the space station.
I'm cool with killing him, actually. I do that one for free. So I go to Toro. Wait, no, I can't do it. He knows me.
He does know you.
But not as a blonde.
But not as a blonde.
Oh, wait a minute. Jill, I have a disguise kit if you would like to borrow some accoutrement to accentuate or de-accentuate some of your features.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea, because what I normally do to disguise myself is simply change clothes and change mannerisms. I was watching this, I shouldn't say this, but yeah, okay, I was watching a CIA video on how to appear as a different person, and they were like, it matters more how you carry yourself and how you're walking and your posture and stuff like that. So
I saw that.
Yeah, isn't that a good video? Okay. All right. So that's basically what Jill has been doing, actual disguise work. But now she's putting on the rubber nose.
Mm-hmm.
With a big old mole at the end.
No, that makes you more conspicuous. Your goal when you're disguising yourself is to make yourself everybody.
Yeah, you look average.
Yep. Anyway, so blonde, different face.
Mm-hmm.
Maid outfit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Can I roll the
Lothario, you
dice?
wanna? Are you doing the disguise or is Lothario doing the disguise?
Me, because I'm an expert in disguise.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. What is this? 2 or 3 die?
One basic, one if it relates to my SuperPunk or power, which it does, and
Yep,
one if
camouflage.
prepared, which I got from Lothario.
From the kit. Okay, yeah, 3 dice.
655, because dice are weird.
So you do a really good job. And while you're at it, you're applying this disguise, and you actually do find an engineering clearance badge in a pile. Somebody left it, next to their lunchbox.
That's not good security.
I bet they're going to the bathroom.
You take your badge off to go pee. You got to.
Yeah, you don't want to get it contaminated. You don't know what's in there.
Yeah.
This is a space bathroom.
It's the three seashells.
3 seashells?
She doesn't know how to use the shells.
No, she doesn't. It's a
This
thing.
is
Look
a
it up.
reference. Oh yeah, I always look up references. So, I want to go to Toro's sleeping court, but that's likely to be guarded a lot.
You
Plus,
have
you
an
have to
engineering
find it.
badge. You can go anywhere.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Well, we
the goal
have a
here
double
is-
agent, so she should know where everything is.
Yeah, but the goal here is not to get him when he sleeps. It's to kill him. So we should pick the bathrooms, actually. Because bedrooms are guarded, right? Nobody really guards the bathroom. Everybody has access to them. If our goal is just to kill someone and we know what he looks like, he's got to pee sometime, right?
Why are you
Bathrooms?
assuming that his bedroom is guarded?
He's the head of security, and he has an intense security team that we already encountered last time.
In his office?
It was like a lot. Like, push of a button, 10 people rush in, like, sort of thing. Like, a lot. Like, followed at all times. Like, I'm assuming that the place where he sleeps, this is just me talking out of character. I'm going to assume that's guarded after a recent attempt on his life. Bathrooms, less so. You tend to be more alone in there. That's just my thought, Don't listen to me. Do what you want, but that's my vote. Go ahead.
So you want to hide in the toilet, and when he sits down, attack him?
I want to clean the toilet and clean it for like a long time and see who comes in.
Which toilet?
The men's room. My disguise is as a man. I did not tell you.
There is more than
In a
one
maid
men and
outfit.
women's bathroom on this space station.
The one closest to his sleeping quarters.
Okay. So I think you'll find there are not public restrooms in the sleeping quarter section, as everyone has their own.
The
So
one closest to his office.
Okay, that's different.
There we go.
All right, so you have to go to the 4th level with, where the offices are, and Deidre can show you where. That's public knowledge, where his office is. So yeah, you guys can go on up there. You do encounter people along the way. So how do you pass by these people?
I walk calmly as a maid man does. A maid man does. And a maid man just pushes the cleaning cart that I have acquired on my stroll, because of course I need one. And my
Okay, so
vacuum.
you stole another cleaning cart from a closet again.
I do. Am I here? Hi, I'm Jack, not Jill, and I steal cleaning carts. So, yeah.
She loves her carts.
Yeah, he does.
Sure. So yeah, you can find a cart in a closet. And what about the rest of you?
Well, Cal has learned that if you just walk confidently like you belong there, nobody questions you.
All right. So sure, you are passing by the receptionist desks outside the offices, and you are confidently strolling by. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. Who's in the lead?
We're not even going in the offices, GM. I know you love to hurt us, but like we're just going to the bathroom. Like this is not hard, but okay.
You have to interact with somebody.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Why?
Really? Yeah. Yeah, why?
I will interact with everyone I pass by, and I will use the phrase that was given to me by Cal. Hi, I am. State your name. How are you doing today? And since I am a cyborg, people will cut me slack because they'll be like, "Oh man, that cyborg's messed up." You know what I mean? And so, may I use a potentially harmful nickname for you? And so, everybody we pass, I'm talking to them, and that serves 2 purposes. 1, I may potentially give them a harmful nickname, and 2, Jill, or Jack in this case, is able to slip by while I distract everybody else.
Gotcha. Along the way, 2 men say yes, and 3 women say no.
Okay, well then, the 2 men, so the women I will say madam, because that seems to be universally appreciated. the man I will call, let's see, Ding Dong and Hose Head.
They both laugh at their nicknames and assume that you are malfunctioning.
Oh, he is.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you have no idea.
All right. But sure. You know what? You guys walk right by the reception desk and you find the men's room nearby to Toro's office.
Cool. I'm gonna need one of you guys' guns.
You didn't want one.
Yeah, I mean, can we use the guns? I've never used a gun.
Okay, all right. I'll just identify him, and you guys kill him. Sounds great.
Oh, no, here's my gun. I mean, I don't understand why Cal's giving me a hard time in Nulasag for smoking, and you're just offing people with a gun.
Apparently
Well,
that's
she hasn't actually murdered anybody yet.
That we know of. This is an assignment we are on with her right now, but she may have a trail of bodies leading up to this event.
Oh, don't worry. If she murders someone, she will get a lecture as well.
Okay. I appreciate your even-handed approach.
That lecture that you get, it's punishment for killing someone to save the planet.
You could say my cigarettes are doing the same thing. They are fueling my focus.
Okay. So what is the plan in the bathroom? What are you guys doing?
I am cleaning the bathroom. I say out loud in character voice. I'm cleaning the bathroom. I'm just going to keep cleaning it.
Yep. So she's continuously cleaning. All right. And what are you two doing?
Standing at a urinal.
I was going to say, it's been a while since I've been, so I'm going to pick a stall out of politeness to Jill, and I will go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I've changed the phaser to set to kill.
Okay. And whose phaser do you have?
Mine.
Okay. All right. So Jill and Cal are armed currently.
I have a question about this phaser.
Yes.
Is it like the type where it like hits you once in the body and it kills you, or is it the type where it could kill you if it hit a vital part?
If set to kill,
I'm going to ask Deidre this. Deidre's in charge of security. This is how it's happening in game. Yeah. I'm not asking the GM Cloud.
Oh, sure. Well, it depends on where you hit. If it's set to kill, what will happen is the beam will be red, and it's a much higher power beam. Armor can still deflect it, although a few direct hits to the same spot will burn through armor. However, if you hit an unarmored spot, you will burn a hole directly through whatever that is. So if you hit someone in the hand, you're not going to do too much.
Okay. Cal, I have a plan just for you.
I'm scared, but okay.
You're a bird person. You like being up high. Do you want to just chill in the ceiling of this bathroom and wait for me to identify the person, and then you shoot them on the head from above?
It's a space station. I don't imagine that. Or
It's a space station. I don't imagine the roof is more than like 6 feet.
Yeah.
Maybe 7.
I don't know. You could be like up there. I don't know. Yeah. What is this? This is like industrial. Planning to kill someone kind of sucks, DM. So, I don't know. This is
Wait a minute.
Weird bummer episode. Yeah. What's
I
up?
have an idea. So, you're thinking about this like, how do we get through this guarded door? You're thinking like a security person. But don't think of it as there are doors that we must go through. Think of them as there are a barrier we must traverse. So there are walls into this bedroom, and you now have a tool that can cut a hole in something. So all you gotta do is cut a hole through a wall and get to a bedroom, if that's what you're doing.
No, I'm not. We're in a bathroom. Lothario.
Yeah, you're not near the bed. You're near the office, not his bedroom.
Right,
We're in a
but
bathroom.
we're thinking about we can't get to his bedroom because it's guarded, but that's if we go through the door. You now have something that'll cut through anything, I assume, if you put it on kill, because it's a high energy beam according to Deidre.
With enough time, sure.
We're getting distracted here. So the plan is we kill the head of security so that we can get Deidre elected as the head of security, even though she's really bad at her job, so she's not going to get promoted to the head of security, so that she can go blow up the space station to save many planets, but not ours, which is already going to die. This is the plan?
Well, that's your plan.
There are other options.
I don't like my plan.
There's a lot of steps that have to happen for that to be successful, but the end seems to be the important part, the power part. And you have an engineering badge. Does that get you access to that area?
Let's find out. I leave the bathroom now that we've all peed. It's cleaner.
All right, where are you going?
Hold on, I'm on the third shell. Okay.
So, we're going to engineering, having cleaned a bathroom, bumbling assassins, finding our way. So, maid men. So, we're going to engineering to blow up the ship directly because Deidre ain't getting promoted.
Okay. You're going to engineering. Again, you walk confidently. It works, sure. You get...
Well, Cal does. I don't know if the other two are walking confidently.
I think I'm walking with a certain swagger. I mean, I've introduced myself to several people already and been greeted, like, the response has been warm, so I'm feeling good about myself.
Okay.
I'm walking behind you a further distance than a friend would, moving a cleaning cart. Dressed as a cleaning staff person. A maid man.
So you guys do make it unaccosted, and you see the door marked engineering.
Yeah. We only have one badge, guys.
Well, let's see what's in front of the door before.
Yeah.
There is a single guard in front of the door marked engineering, and you can see that there's a little like plexiglass kiosk that he's in, just for helping people through if there's any other situations. But there's also a badge reader.
There's a kiosk to get into engineering.
Similar to the one outside the jail that you had before. There's kind of... Yeah, it's a major department.
Does it regularly badge the engineers in, or is this for visitors to engineering?
Visitors, cleaning staff, that kind of thing.
All right.
So you have options.
I show my badge to the kiosk outside engineering.
Are you still dressed as a janitor?
Yeah, man.
Okay. He looks.
No, I changed clothes and here. Now I'm dressed like that guy we tried to kill. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a janitor. What's up?
Okay. Yeah, he'll badge you in. Sure. The door opens. What are Lucario and Cal doing?
Cal's walking right behind her. Walks right in.
Excuse me, sir. Who are you?
Oh, as soon as he asks that question, I would like to come up to him and say, "Hi, I am state your name. How are you doing today? May I use a potentially harmful nickname for you?"
No, please back up, sir.
Is that a no? Is that a no? Like I cannot use a harmful nickname for you? I am confused.
The guard moves to intercept Cal.
Cal keeps
I
walking.
kill them.
I'm sorry, what?
Them,
kill them.
Can you
plural.
describe this?
They aren't looking at me. I raise the pistol. It's set to kill. I shoot them from behind in the head.
Okay, yeah, he drops.
Sweet. I move the body inside the kiosk, which conveniently hides it from view.
Yes, it does. The plexiglass only starts at chest level.
Come on in, Cal. Let's blow up everybody in the ship.
Needs the murder lecture.
I mean, I think I had it under control. I was about to talk him out of paying attention to you, but I do
There were
appreciate
so
the direct
many
approach.
options.
Yeah, no, she's a lady of action. That's cool. I'm gonna stand behind
You
you.
guys forgot
from
the
now
point
on.
of this is to blow up the entire ship so he would have died in the
Yeah.
explosion that we're about to set off?
No, it's not that everybody needs to die. The problem is the space station sucking the energy out of the planet, not necessarily the people.
This
if
man
the people,
is part of an organization that's killed hundreds of planets in the past, right? So
he could be an independent contractor for all we know. Maybe he's feeding the family 3 planets down, and now they don't have a daddy, and that seems really sad to me. But if there was
he could
a
have
way,
used an escape pod to leave before the explosion, which is what everybody's gonna do.
yeah, you just
I forgot the plan to have everybody escape safely, but not stop our explosion.
we should have discussed this plan in a little bit more detail. It sounds like. Well, you know, that's water under the bridge now. We can't bring him back. So let's.
Or a shot to the head.
Yeah, let's be a little bit more cautious. I mean, I like to minimize harm when we can. Although I am down with trying to destroy the space station.
Okay.
All right. How do you proceed?
I walk calmly with my janitor's cart.
Okay.
And apparently with as much violence as possible.
No. You guys, our goal is to blow up the space station, instantly killing everybody on the ship, right? Like, you get that. Okay, all right. Anyway,
Is
so
it?
There's
I hope
always a
not instantly,
countdown.
because I would like to leave the space station before that happens.
There's
I
always
kinda
a
figured I
countdown.
was. Okay. You guys should leave then. Once we get to the final thing and one person has to stay behind, you two should leave. So I am moving my cart and I am looking for the reactor.
Yes, there are several rooms here. There is one marked navigation. There is one marked engine systems. There's one marked security systems. I assume you're looking for the engine room if you're looking for the reactor.
Definitely the big thing that makes the ship go. I am not a magic user, so I do not know what to look for in particular.
Okay.
Hey, I have an idea inspired by my recently dyed hair and very iconoclastic style of dress. So I see all these consoles, and they look important, right? Do I see anything heavy that I could use to break said consoles?
There are chairs.
That will do. I will pick up a chair.
Wait,
and
no, don't explode the console. That will not blow up the space station.
Oh, man, but I want to break some stuff. Okay, I'm going to follow your lead. Sorry for being so, impetuous.
And how do you know it won't blow up the space station?
When you break a lock, does the entire treasure hoard blow up?
Sometimes.
I am a rogue, and this is like the lock to a treasure hoard. The console is not the treasure hoard.
GM, are these consoles labeled properly so I know which one is security and which one is, engine and whatnot?
No, there is extensive training to be able to use these consoles.
That's unfortunate. Okay.
You can
All
push
right,
buttons
Jill.
at random if you want.
Don't do that. You will call security. I'm looking for the really big, like the part that makes everything go.
The controls to it or the actual thing?
The actual thing.
Okay, yeah, there's it takes you a while to find it. You're trying doors. What do you do with the people that are in these rooms? How do you interact with them?
I clean around them.
Do
I
not
lift
kill
the
them.
waste. I lift the waste basket. I dump it into my cart. I move to the next desk.
Okay, so yeah, janitorial staff, they don't really notice you at all.
It's great.
And eventually you do find at the end of a long hallway, there is a set of stairs leading down. Do you follow it?
Yeah, I'm cleaning, man.
The cart does not go down.
Okay. I don't go down the stairs. I keep looking.
The stairs are the last thing in this hallway. You've looked in all the other rooms. You are above the level of the actual reactor.
I leave the cart. I take a rag and a spritz bottle.
Okay.
And my vacuum.
Yep. There is a large hangar door, and through the windows in it, you can see very large machinery. It's very circular, and it seems to have a large lens underneath of it. And there are a couple of little control panels, but mostly big valves and pipes.
Any people?
No one is in the reactor room.
All right, just start closing these valves.
Okay, you guys, you should leave.
Okay, you start closing, you start turning the wheels on some of the valves.
All of them.
You should leave, and I will lock the door. Make sure nobody gets in, and then on
No.
your way out, you should go back to the planet that we are from.
No, we're a team. I ain't gonna abandon you.
I need you to keep people from getting in here.
Okay, well, I tell you what I'll do. I'm gonna go back to that room full of all those people, and I'll talk to them. Because I'm optimistic that I will be able to convince them to go away from this area. So I will march down to that room that we just passed, and I will talk to them, but instead of using my Cal-approved introduction, I will announce as Cyborg, as if I'm a representative of Atlas Space Station. I'll say, hey, everybody, there is free banana pudding in the recreation area, and you are all invited to partake. And if you do not know what banana pudding is, I assure you it is delicious. Please make your way to the recreation area and have some banana pudding. And I will try to shoo them physically, but not aggressively. It's like, all right, come on, we're all having banana pudding.
You know what moves people easier? Just yell fire.
Oh. I'm not
No,
there,
but some of these people might try to contain the fire, and they'll go to where they think the fire is. banana pudding is irresistible.
This is what rolls are for. Also, you get an extra D because I got 655.
Oh,
Cal, are you there or are you with me?
I'm closing valves.
You're closing valves? All right.
If you're rolling for this, you would get 3, 1 from her, and then 1 from your base roll and 1 from your optimism.
oh, excellent. I'm so glad I got that extra roll. I got a 6, a 1, and a 5.
Okay.
Nice.
So you do it very well. People believe you.
Woo!
And the whole time I'm talking up the banana pudding like it was, hey, these bananas are fresh. This ain't like that canned stuff that we get up in space. You know how space food is. And I'm just trying to talk my way through how it usually is terrible, but this time it's actually very delicious.
They say, "Oh yeah, we know space food." Oof.
How good are we at making the reactor go critical?
By
And at
turning
locking
valves.
the doors. Yeah. We want to close all the outs and make all the ins max strength and like just rotate a bunch of things and lock all the doors.
Do you have any experience in engineering in this character?
Technically, I have experience engineering on this ship in this character.
Did you? Did you engineer things?
I went to the Mercury's engineering section and I inspected it. So if you're asking for experience, it exists. Remember when I pretended to be the mechanic on this ship last time? Okay, all right. If you want to say no, then that's okay too. Because
I don't think you have enough experience to know how to blow up a reactor. So,
okay,
I mean, I
fine.
guess give me a roll, 1 die.
okay. I would like to propose that toppling the oppressor applies to spaceships killing our planet. Is that the patriarchy?
I agree, but that's not a technical ability.
It's my super.
You are being Deidre
that's my
right
goal.
now. You are attempting to do something without necessarily a lot of competence.
Wow. All right.
Because Deidre still is not the most competent person.
Right. Okay. All right. So if I roll 2d6 and if I get a literal 4 on this, we all blow up and die because we're all on the space station right now. And I'm just thinking through this, I'm just talking out loud. Y'all want to like get on the spaceship back to Draws. The planet is Draws before I like roll this.
No, 'cause I would like to. I've already lost one friend recently, and I don't want to lose another. So, you are missed, Eddie Merlot, but, Jill, you are coming with us.
Lothario is ever the optimist and thinks I'm going to get out of here.
No, we are gonna get out of here.
You should get out of here. Here goes dice. Don't you love random? That's a 5.
You pass. So you are shutting off valves and, gauges are starting to climb. You are building up pressure. It's not going to explode right away. You didn't bring dynamite, but yeah, you have messed up this machine.
My goal was to blow up the entire space station.
Yes, it will. However, it's not going to happen right away just because you did not come with a cart full of jet fuel to explode. You're just building up pressure and valves. It's going to take a minute.
Okay,
Oh.
so our goal now is you're not there, Lothario. You are eating banana pudding.
No, I'm escorting them toward the banana pudding.
Cal.
Yeah, the monitors that are going off right now are unattended because they're all up getting banana pudding.
I love it. The alarms are going off and nobody's doing anything. That's actually amazing. Oh man, I love it. This is anyway, so Cal, you want to live?
Oh, I'm always going to live.
You're impermeable to harm emotionally and physically.
Yep.
And you can fly.
Oh,
as you
he's in
float
no
your way.
danger of dying no matter what.
Great. You stay here.
Yeah, why do we do the dangerous stuff, Jill?
You know,
Wait, are you admitting that now?
No, that
Oh,
was
this
not
is
my
out
character
of game,
voice.
Yeah.
okay. Well, I guess my character would stay in the engine room until it fully explodes because she doesn't know that Super Cal is impervious to harm. So this is the person standing next to Superman going down with the ship.
Well, that's because once she makes that known, Cal's going to knock her ass out, give her to Lothario.
Or just be like, go, I'll take care of this. Run
No,
security.
he's not.
No. All right.
Nope.
Okay. Well, I'm not paying any attention to you, so the knockout would be successful because I'm like, okay, we're building pressure. We will save Draws and take all the money somehow. This will get me money. Oh yeah, 5,000 gold. Perfect.
Yeah. I mean, you could have raided Mexel's ship. It was very goldy, but...
Darn, my one regret in life.
Well, we could take the ship when we leave.
I do like this plan.
Not that I'm there, but you're gonna have to write yourself up, Cal.
For what?
For stealing a ship.
Fine.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, there's a problem with the HR system. We just get written up. We never get fired.
Oh, that's for Nulasag to fire you, not Cal.
Okay, let's steal the ship and we will ride it out of here and crash land it on Draws. I love this plan. Let's go. So it's going to explode now, right?
Theoretically.
We have to make an announcement for evacuation.
Why? They are assholes who blow up planets.
We're not murdering everybody.
We're saving people from the ship they would build again. F them.
These are the people that run it, not build it.
Down with the system.
Well, while y'all are arguing, I'm gonna be destroying panels. After everybody has evacuated, I'm smashing stuff. Smash, smash, smash.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you smash a lot of stuff.
Consoles, specifically. With a chair.
Well, and actually, let me see here. I'll give you an extra die for joblessness here. That seems likely for looting and smashing. Roll 2 die.
Okay. I certainly will. I got a 6 and a 4.
You got a double success. You smash that stuff so well. You have wires coming out. You take some of that copper wire because you know you can drop it off at the recycling place for money. And you do real good.
Oh, yeah. I feel good about myself.
I feel really good about our narco-terrorist episode.
Yeah.
Cal's going to grab the PA and announce an evacuation order.
All right.
Did I smash that PA system?
Cal, if you go for the PA system, Cal's going to stop you.
No, the question is, did he already?
He canonically already did.
Well,
Nothing's labeled. What am I gonna do?
exactly. So we're going to leave this up to chance. Both of you roll a d6. Just the one.
Which PA system did you smash?
Whoever rolls higher.
He'll go find another one then. 6.
I rolled a 5. So I'm so grateful.
You did not smash the PA system. It's still there. So the announcement is out to evacuate.
Darn it. That's a really bummer, you guys. We didn't save Draws.
No, this place is blowing up.
This station blows up. That saves Draws.
No, it doesn't. They're going to build another station. We just killed the planet.
Again, these people are not the ones that build the station. They're the ones that run the station.
And communication has been cut, according to my console smashing. So the people that are in charge of the overarching thing probably don't even know. It's gonna take forever for them to come back.
You start to hear footsteps running towards you.
Us?
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, there's an announcement just went out.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start running wildly as if I am responding to Cal's announcement, and I will purposefully run into those footsteps and say, "We are to evacuate! Out of my way!"
Roll 1 die.
You don't think that's optimistic?
It's very optimistic, but it's not. You are not specialized in deception.
Oh, that's true. I rolled a 4.
Okay,
Gratefully.
you succeed. They do proceed towards the docking area. What do you guys do next?
As Cal said, we're supposed to steal a spaceship and get out of here. But, I mean, I want to make it impassable behind me so that no one can fix it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to roll for that, and I'm going to use my vacuum cleaner because it's a vacuum cleaner. So, like, okay, it's a sword. So I'm going to... I'm gonna like pull the handle and a sword emerges, and I'm gonna start like cutting basically like pneumatic door pressure opener things and putting my sword through door opening panels next to the door and
Sure.
making it. Yeah.
I'm gonna say bringing a sword makes you prepared. Give me 2 die.
Okay. 2 2s, because dice are the best thing ever.
You slash it up, but you do not actually succeed. All you succeed in doing is breaking your sword blade.
Darn. Gal, I cannot leave.
Cal knocks her out.
How?
Roll 2d6 or 1d6. You're not prepared for this.
Yeah, honesty
Who
is
says I'm not
judging.
prepared? I described what I was going to do if it came down to it. I am prepared. I will argue that I am prepared.
And this could be
Okay.
an HR situation. With
This
your
is definitely an
HR-ness
HR situation.
Trying to
Roll 2d6.
retain head count.
Hold on. But this also does hurt his punk because he is harshly judging
No.
her because of
No.
the
No,
stupid
you're trying
decision.
so hard. What'd your dice get?
That is going to be a 3 and a 4.
Okay, you get 1 success. You manage it. So you have set your... Or wait, did you set your gun to stun?
The GM inflicts a complication, harm, or cost.
Okay, how do we decide whether it's stun or kill?
I believe
are you using
before...
the gun? I assume you bonked her on the head.
Well, I thought I was bonking her on the head,
Oh,
but
you
apparently
bonked
the
her.
complication is I used the gun.
I mean, if you bonked her, that's different. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to just bonk her.
With what?
His beak.
Your beak?
Dang. Okay, we've been demonstrated at. That looks effective. I don't know.
Okay. She is unconscious. However, she now has a head wound that is bleeding.
Oh, yeah, I love leaving a bloody pile behind me. That's really fun. As you drag me down the floor, it's like way too much blood. I'm loving it.
Lothario, grab her. Get out.
I will take the. Okay, yes, but I'm gonna grab her in a very professional manner. You know, nothing like that would run afoul of HR. Number one.
That's good because I'm a guy right now.
Yeah. Well, no. Either way, I'm being respectful of everybody, and I'm pointing the head kind of away from my outfit because I don't want to get blood on it. So, but also urgently running toward. What ship are we going to?
That's up to
and
you.
is Deidre with us?
Deidre is with you.
It's the M1. Get out of here. Go.
Deidre, do you have some kind of future Band-Aid or something that we can put on this head that's bleeding?
Not on me, but in the Mercury we do.
Should we head that way then?
So you have an option. This is GM. You have an option here. You can go for the Mercury, which is currently empty and ready to be taken. They're not on there right now. They don't hang out on the ship when they're not racing.
Well, wouldn't everybody be heading to their ships anyway to evacuate?
Probably. So it depends on whether you get there first or not. Alternatively, you could potentially try to take over the Mexel, which is made of gold.
What carat gold are we talking?
Everything on it is very lavish.
Okay, I'm gonna risk it and go to the Mexel. I'll say, Cal, and Deidre, let's go to the Mexel. It's so lavish, I'm sure they have the top quality bandages.
Okay.
You go. I'm staying. Bye.
No, we're going together.
He knocks you out.
Oh, he could try. I'm impervious.
I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not.
Wait, who's knocking who out?
Nobody, DM, stop it.
Jill's just trying to be funny. Like I'm gonna get
I'm
knocked
letting
out
y'all
too. He's
write
gonna
your
carry
own
something.
story here, okay?
No. So I'm trying to convince, I'm trying to rush Jill to the ship, but I cannot leave Cal behind because he is on the team.
Cal's already gone.
I will shout to the heavens, Cal, make it to the Mexel. And then run to the Mexel with Deidre and say, Deidre, please find some bandages for my friend. I care a lot about her. Not in that way. I'm not attached. You know, if you want to go out for dinner or something sometime, that's fine. Like, it's not like that between me and Jill. We're just professional cohorts. You know, we do the job.
Not now, Lothario. We have to break into this ship.
Oh, it's the door's not open. That's
That ain't
of
her
course
ship.
not. No, you're right. All right. Do you still have one of them pistols?
Yes.
Can you please shoot our way in? Oh, no, I bet
Then we
going
can't
through
fly
space
it.
in a... Well, dang. What to do? is there a control panel nearby that might be able to remotely access the door? If nobody's on the ship, they have to have a way to open it.
Yes, there is a panel next to the door.
All right, I say, Deidre, you know this better than I do. I'm just some bumpkin from that planet down there. Can you please let us in?
Deidre has the access code to her own ship, but not to this ship.
Be in character, DM. What would Deidre say?
Oh, sorry. You're right. No, I don't have the access to somebody else's ship. This is the competition. We might have to find somebody and take them hostage to get them to open it.
Do we have time for that? During this, I mean, I assume they're coming back to their ship anyway because it's an evacuation. Maybe we can hide, and as they open the door, get into the ship, and before the door closes, we get in the ship.
That sounds like a good plan.
Oh, well, I guess a trash can gets a steak every once in a while, so I'll take it. Let's do it.
All right, you hide. There's bustling all around you. Jill, give me a D6.
I'm unconscious.
I know, give me a D6.
I'm just going to stay unconscious.
Oh, you don't want to try to wake up?
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool.
But you can wake up and pretend like you asleep.
I'm kind of
That would be handy.
I'm really thinking over my life choices right now.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
Cal's thinking over your life choices too.
The DM packet does say not to save people from their choices. So you hide behind some trash cans, and you do see a man in a bright gold captain's uniform rushing towards the Mexel.
All right, so I say, Deidre, now's our chance. Follow at a respectable distance so he does not suspect us, but that we can still overpower him when the time comes.
She says, I'm way ahead of you. We have a perfect shot lined up, and she keeps her pistol trained on him. He goes to the pad, inputs a code, and rushes onto the ship. Right as he enters, she fires off a green beam directly into the back of his head, and he collapses just inside the doorway.
That was beautiful. Okay, and so I hoist up Jill, and I'll rush onto the ship.
Yes, the door is open. Inside, you see a gold-painted hallway. There's little alcoves everywhere with expensive art and statuary and jewel-encrusted paraphernalia. I don't know. And you'll see labels on the doors. Cabin, bunkers, mess hall, bridge.
Okay, so I will look for the med bay or something that corresponds to a hospital so we can get Jill back on track.
Yes, you find a small room. There's an open bed with a scanner and drawers of supplies. You do find a bandage.
Okay, I know how to use bandages. I hope this works. And I bandage her head and I say, Deidre, if you know what you're doing, please take over.
No, this looks fine. You're stopping the bleeding. Just apply pressure right there.
All right, I professionally squeeze Jill's head, not in any kind of erotic fashion, but just like I'm helping with the bleeding.
How else would you apply pressure to a head?
I just...
You don't know what people are into.
I am a man of many charms, and after that talk with Cal, I just don't want to go the wrong way. Anyway, I'm helping you.
I didn't assume that. I kind of thought you would just push the bandage on the wound.
Yes, that is what I'm doing. So,
Yes.
stopping the bleeding. And I say,
Professionally.
Deidre, is this captain of this ship a terrible person, or are they okay?
He's kind of a snake.
Is there a brig in this ship?
Yes. Oh, don't worry. I can tie him up. Hold on. Let me just go and get Jerry. He's my co-infiltrator here. He's actually a navigation specialist who can fly the ship, and we can get out of here.
Beautiful, because I don't know anything about flying the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take care of Jill. I'll see you soon. And if you see Cal, tell him to get over here.
Yeah. She phones out for Jerry and has him come to the Mexel, and lets him in. While she's outside the door, does she see Cal?
No, Cal has posted himself up guarding the reactor door to make sure nobody reverses what they've done.
Gotcha. A security detail does come to the reactor door.
Oh, he's holding it shut.
From which side?
from the inside.
From the inside. Okay. And I assume he is going to far exceed any kind of strength roll?
No, probably not. He's impregnable, not strongest person in the world.
Not the full Superman package.
But he does have his phaser pointed at the core.
At the core?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he made sure it was set to kill.
Okay. All right. The guards push through the door.
And he shoots the core.
Hey, you guys, let's use rolls to determine outcomes. That's
For
what dice
anything
are
that
for.
needs one, yes. I'm going to assume that a platoon of security guards can overpower him if he is not super strong.
Okay, all right.
But
That's
for
why
the shooting,
Yeah.
the shooting, go ahead and give me. Is this just a 1d6? I think so.
Well, he's prepared, so I would say 2.
Okay, yeah, go and give me 2d6.
Okay, that is a 6 and a 1.
Okay, so you get 1 success. You do it poorly. You do notice that the beam is bouncing around a bit on some of the metallic surfaces, and you do shoot one of the guards.
So he didn't aim. He aimed at the core, so the success would be hitting it, right?
He did hit it, but the downside is you hurt somebody.
Oh well.
Okay, but yeah, you keep firing off at the core. You
They're
are
right
punching.
there in the core. They're gonna die anyway. So
You are punching quarter-size holes through this machinery as you go.
Hey, Cal, this is what I was saying, right?
that's why he stayed. But he knows he's not going to die, and you will. That's why he knocked you out.
No, but like the killing people who are just about to explode doesn't matter, right?
You weren't there. You can't hear him say that anyway.
No, okay, I'm just saying. I approve. Good job.
He's a hypocrite. That's all you gotta know.
Okay, so yeah, Jerry joins you on the Mexel and fires up the ship. And you guys make your way back down to Nikomoy.
Does the explosion happen?
Please tell me there's a giant explosion in the sky.
Okay, I'm pausing so we can see if anybody else wants to interject anything they want to try here.
As I'm dreaming, I remember about how Deidre was unconscious in the jail cell, right? After I knocked her out.
Uh-huh.
Little did I know that far off in the distance, Toro and Deidre had been having a secret plan. By betraying Deidre, Toro did not know that she would get her revenge on him one day. She would destroy everything that was dear to him, the entire ship.
Okay. I mean, okay. So that's the dream that you're having. Cool.
So I'm suggesting the dust. She just had 2 different dusts, and she worked this all out so that we, fire-breathing kittens, would do what she, the incompetent Deidre, could not. That we would blow up the spaceship for her. The
You're
space
bound
station.
and determined to hate her.
No, I'm just saying that's kind of fun, right? That's kind of fun.
You do see a large explosion off in the distance. And since the engines are no longer working, it has not kept up with the rotation over the last couple of hours, and it falls into the ocean just offshore of Nikomoy.
Cal crawls out of the wreckage and stretches his wings and, just starts flying towards Nikomoy.
Uh-huh.
What is this game?
I left it up to you guys.
So, while the ship is making its way back to the planet, and I have bandaged Jill's head successfully, I will pull out my lute and play soft music to try to soothe her physical wounds as well as any emotional wounds that she may be having.
That's a good idea. Go ahead and roll 2 die.
Oh, okay. I got a 6 and a 1.
You succeed. She grimaces with a headache at the off-key playing. One of your strings must be damaged, but she does start to stir.
Is this me?
Yes.
Okay, I was a guy at the time. Okay. So Jack wakes up.
I know who you really are.
still know your true
don't try to
pronouns.
fool me.
Okay.
You don't have to pretend anymore. Station's gone.
Okay. You did watch the transformation.
Use my kit.
Yeah. So I wake up and I see the explosion and the raining wreckage, and I'm like, oh, good. We succeeded. We saved draws.
I reply with a slight frown, and I say, I don't know how to break this to you. There's good news and bad news. The good news is, I don't think you're going to be written up for attempted murder and murder.
Oh, yeah, she is.
But bad news is Cal did not make it.
Oh no! He knocked me out! What a stupid person sacrificing themselves.
I know. Maybe when we get back, we can have a memorial for him. I think Nulasag would appreciate that.
A cautionary tale of how not to be an idiot on an adventure.
Or don't assign folks to tail your adventurers and not do anything except for watch.
The HR department will be closed after this.
I certainly hope so.
Okay.
And then I turn to Deidre and say, so, you and Jerry, y'all got a place to live? 'Cause, my parents got an extra room if you need a place to, get on your feet for a while.
Well, it looks like we're gonna be, here for a while, so yeah, we better start building a life.
I will say, the contents of this ship are immaculate. And, if you are willing to sell them, I'm sure you could do very well for yourself.
Oh, yes, my portion of it anyways. I assume we're all splitting this.
Well, yes, I assume that too now.
Now.
Yes. I did not want to jump to conclusions, but I will gladly accept your generous offer.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's thinking maybe she'll take her portion in the mechanics of the spaceship and maybe give you a lot of the gold and jewels and things.
That works for me.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you guys want to do?
Well,
I did kind of enjoy this, actually.
I'm glad.
As they get into the FBK HQ, that when they walk in, Cal just looks at him.
About time you got back.
Cal, how did you survive?
Oh, I got Super Crud on speed dial. He came in and grabbed me.
Huh. Do you think we could have his number? And why did you not call him earlier when we had all these difficulties?
It's only for emergencies. And you have to ask him if you can have his number. I cannot give it.
Can you set up a lunch date for Jill and I to meet Super Crud? So we can ask him potentially about his number. And do you know what his favorite food is?
I could try. I can't guarantee nothing.
No, that's fine. Just an introduction is all I'm asking for. Do you know what his favorite food is? Because I want to make sure we are serving that.
Crab meat.
Done.
Especially from Guardian.
Go back to season 1 to figure out what that means.
Back. Yeah. Wow. I don't think that episode's even available because it had terrible audio. But yeah, that was a good one. Contorted Crick. Yeah, the third episode ever. Paid in crab meat. All right. So
that's the episode. We're all back. You are all lavishly wealthy from all of the treasure that you found, plus your 5,000 gold reward. Do you want to hear alternate endings?
yeah.
Okay, alternate endings. So the beginning was very linear. Sorry, you go to the hospital, you find Deidre, you learn what all was going on. However, everything was very freeform after that, and you had a lot of options. Things I was planning on. You could kill Toro and take over the ship by force. You could somehow try to infiltrate get jobs there and work your way up. You could find the reactor, especially with the help of Jerry, the navigator who knows how to use the systems. If you had taken her hint that she has some help, you could have found Jerry and actually reversed the flow of the photon beam to restore the energy that was taken back to the planet. Or the last thing I thought was you could just destroy the whole thing. I was imagining with a more rapid explosion, like, bringing some explosives, but, it works to close some valves. But yeah, that's what I thought of. Those are options.
Yeah, I mean, if you cut off the heat transfer for a reactor, it will melt down and explode.
Yeah,
True
it'll
facts.
get there.
Yeah.
So, as in terms of what happens from now, you have a massive space station wreckage at the bottom of the ocean, shortly outside of Nikomoy. If that anybody wants to explore that in the future, the section of farmland is still tainted, and that can be a problem for a future episode to try to restore the fertility of the land in that area. Right now, there's still a massive fungal infestation there.
It's just one area.
Yeah, it's just one area. They didn't drain the whole planet. That takes a few more months.
I'm glad.
Plant's not gonna die, but you're gonna get a fungal desert there eventually.
We don't live there.
Or maybe we should help the people that have lived there for generations and not shrug our responsibility as adventurers. Come on, y'all.
Find a
Oh,
way to
yeah.
restore that at some point in the future.
Vampire rights.
We now have 2 new people, Jerry and Deidre, trucking around Nikomoy, finding their way. And then the only other thing is that unfortunately, Lothario, you still have COPD, so you're gonna be a little more sensitive to illness for a
That's
while
okay.
now.
I'm fabulously wealthy, and there are clerics, so this time next episode, I'll be right as rain.
Oh, we'll see. That's up to your DMs.
That's true. Yeah, I will introduce it as a fact of the matter, and we'll see what they say.
Yep. All right. Questions?
Yes. Deidre and Jerry, are they a thing?
They are not.
Excellent. That's
Both
good.
of their planets were destroyed by the Universal Traversal, and they've just been good friends trying to do what they can to reverse that.
Okay, I would like to ask Deidre out for dinner at, I guess, not meet my parents just yet. That seems very forward, but just, get to know the local flavor of Nikomoy.
Maybe one of these episodes she'll take you up on it.
Oh.
I've
I
also
wanna know
decided
if
that's
Jill
going to be
is-
my character now.
I would like to know if Jill is happy to still be alive.
You know, when I woke up and I saw that space station exploding in the sky, I was filled with joy.
That's not a yes.
I felt real happy to watch people die, I say, a little clearer. She's not a good person, guys.
Oh, we already know that.
All right. She loved killing. It made her day.
Oh, for now. For now, she's not a good person. I'm optimistic that we can right the
Well-
ship.
Maybe Cal's lecture will help. It's one lecture for each person that died, so.
I just want Cal to know I did not twist any valves. So, no lectures for Lothario.
Innocent. No, there's this thing where if you take participation in a felony, you're also a felon. Oh.
Is that a case law in Guaso?
I don't
And
know. It
besides,
sounds like
this-
you're an accessory to murder.
Well,
I
this
saved
time
that captain.
she only
He's
gets
in the
one
brig.
murder lecture because she only killed one person. Everybody who died on the station died because they decided to stay there, so it's their own fault.
So she gets manslaughter lectures.
Well,
No,
I don't know. Cal announced that they should leave, and
Yeah.
they took their lives in
It
their
was their
own
choice.
hands. So,
Oh yeah, you're going to have all these refugees all over Nikomoy.
Uh-oh. That sounds like a lot of potential future episodes.
Uh-huh.
All right. We'll see how that goes in the future. You want to do the sign off, Jim?
All right. Thanks for joining us. We had Lothario.
Well, I think it worked out pretty good.
Uh-huh. We had Cal.
Now, see, this is why murder is wrong. Now, sit back. It's going to take a long time, at least 3, 4, 5 hours.
And Jill.
Which is smarter, a robot maid or a robot doctor?
All right. See you guys later.
Well, okay.
Is there a
I don't have the
punchline to
answer.
that? I guess tune in
Wait
next
for the
week.
punchline.
All right. Punch me.
A robot maid because she's got her AI.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
It's that part of the show where we talk about a podcast that you might like. Have you heard of Makeshift Stories? Makeshift Stories is an independently produced sci-fi, fantasy, and speculative fiction podcast for all ages. Twice a month, escape the ordinary and join us on a journey through space, time, possible futures, alternative pasts, and the unexplainable. Here's a recent review. Quote, "Great, earnest, and original tales of imagination. Something wonderful going on. I love these and binged on all the episodes available. Now I have to wait for new ones, and I am so happy when one appears." End quote. Check out Makeshift Stories, a podcast.